Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crazy Talk Podcast, episode 26 now?
Jeez, it's been that many.
26. Wow.
26. So 26 weeks later, we've been doing this. Damn, that's almost. How many weeks in a year? That's got to be
Wow.
almost a year now.
I think it's around 50.
Okay.
52
Yeah,
maybe.
so half a year.
52, 56, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll go fuck myself. That's nowhere near a year.
Yeah,
Uh, but I mean, hey, it's been a while. We've been doing it for a while, and to I guess show we've been doing it for a while. We're getting a little more professional. We have a very special guest with us today, Mr. The Beansprout. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Beansprout. I make Doom videos. I've never really done a podcast before, so I'm not
Dude,
sure how it works, so
when you're new, it's more fun. Trust me.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Um, so okay, so you've already okay, because I don't know if you know, I've had I'm pretty sure you know him, Venomous Frenchie.
Yes, I was watching that earlier.
Ah, yeah.
He's really nice.
Yeah, he's great. So when I had him on in the beginning, I was reluctant to call him a Doom tuber because I know he's sort of straying away from that. But so you would consider yourself a Doom tuber?
I guess. I wouldn't. Well, I make mostly Doom videos. It's for the. Yeah. Well, I guess I would. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do other stuff, but not much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a set definition, or is it just like the majority of your content is Doom, therefore you're a Doom tuber?
I guess so. I mean, yeah. I'd say the majority of the content being Doom is what makes you a Doom tuber.
I think that's fair because it does make sense. Like if someone makes like one or two. Well, I mean, are you familiar with that Trav guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he only made like what, two, three, I think no more than four videos on Doom, and for a while people were calling him a Doom tuber.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't consider him a Doom tuber, really. I'd
Yeah,
just consider him more FPS in general.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, we need to put that in the Urban Dictionary now. I think the definition is if more than 51% of your content is Doom, you're a Doom tuber. There you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
So with me, very professionally, written down on just my iPhone notes, I have some questions here for you.
All right.
So, ooh, right, this one. Okay. So, first thing I gotta tell you is you are who you say you are, correct? You are the Beansprout, right?
Yes, I am the Beansprout.
And you are no one else, correct?
No one else.
Okay. See, because
Is this like an inside joke?
this
I'm
is
not.
no, kind of. It's a bit of
No.
a story.
Okay. Okay.
It's a bit of a story. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about this. So, I've been watching you for months now, probably almost a year.
Oh,
Just like whenever you've been.
really?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Wow.
Well, everyone we've had on, I've been watching for at least a little while. It's good to meet the people you love.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
That's sick. I appreciate that.
of course, but and I had this really goofy theory, right? Back when I first started watching, because I remember when I did first start watching, I thought, damn, this guy sounds really familiar. I swear I've heard him somewhere before.
Oh.
Mm.
And where I thought I heard you before, I remember watching this video, it was probably years ago, with this guy telling the story. I don't know if you're familiar with the story where a guy like puts a bunch of steel plates on like a bulldozer and goes crazy in a town.
That definitely wasn't me.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I remember that other guy. I go to his video and I listen. I'm like, dude, they sound the exact same. It's got to be the same person. There's no way. So
You have to send me. You have to send me that video. I need to listen to
I
it.
will. I will. So actually, a little while later, you start a stream, and technically, you and me have actually talked before because on the stream,
Oh.
in the chat, I put, "Hey, are you?" Because the guy's name his channel name is weird, but his series was called Tales from the Bottle, and
Oh wait, yeah, I remember that. I remember you asking that question.
really,
Yeah, I remember that question.
Oh, let's
Wow.
go. Comes full
That's
circle.
amazing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I wanted you on this podcast is to ask you, are you really Tales from the Bottle?
This is
No.
actually an investigative.
That's not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't being recorded. The CIA is in on this.
Yes.
But yeah,
Well,
and I asked
I've
you
just-
that, and you're like, Tales from the Bottle. Who's that guy? I've never heard of that guy. And I'm like, nah, dude, he's faking it, bro. It's got to be him. And then,
I've
right
just
when,
searched it up.
yeah. And then right when we were
Okay,
gonna
it
have
does
you.
sound similar.
I know
It
it's
does sound
somewhat
similar.
similar. It is somewhat similar,
I
but
don't think I have as thick as an accent as him, but
Yeah.
similar.
and not to mention he's from Ireland, and you are, as
English.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
bit of blasphemy on my end as well.
Yeah, a
for
bit of ignorance
mixing
there.
the two.
Uh,
But to quickly finish off the story, when we were gonna have you on as a guest, I'm like, oh, maybe I could bring that up to him. And then I listened back to Tales from the Bottle Guy, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? These two sound nothing alike. Like, I don't know why I thought, I don't know why I thought this one YouTuber would make another like account and just make gaming videos and just not say he's from that other channel. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
he does sound a bit similar to one of the other Doom YouTubers. I don't know if you've watched him, but Butchimus.
Ooh, that rings a bell.
He's the guy who does the Samuel Hayden voice changer.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds a bit similar to him. It might just be the accent, but
I'm gonna have to go listen back to him now just to see. Maybe he's. Oh, maybe this
maybe
goes
he
deeper.
Tales from the Ball.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe this goes.
This
Yeah.
goes all the way to the top.
It's really super deep. He's got like 5 separate accounts, like different. Damn. Who knows, man?
He just does tons of different videos,
Yeah.
seeing which one gets him the most success.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, that'd be smart, honestly.
that would be. For all we know, he's probably got like an ASMR YouTube channel as well. He's got like a cooking channel.
Samuel Hayden cooking channel.
That would be.
Yeah.
Oh, what would he make?
I'd watch that.
What would he make?
I don't know. Doom themed
Be-
food.
Beans on toast.
Oh, that's that. Hey, that makes sense.
Southburn, those are rare.
I know. Okay, so not to completely dox you, but you're from the UK, correct?
Yeah.
So, how
No.
how is it over there right now? Is it as are people sword fighting and getting stabbed as much as people say?
I don't know if you can hear me laughing because of my microphone.
No, I heard
No,
that.
you can.
I mean, I think the sword fighting's calmed down a bit.
Okay.
Every now and then you see someone on horseback cut someone up, but it's not as frequent anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, thank goodness. That's
good.
great.
like I exit my house and there's always the one dude in armor on his horse. Yeah, he always stares
yeah.
me down when I walk out of the house. So
Fucking Jerry down the
What
road.
is that? Yeah, is that local military or police or?
oh, I don't think it's either. It's probably private military, but
Ah, okay.
who knows?
British
Yeah,
private
can't really tell.
military forces are up here in
British.
medieval armor. Cutlasses.
The British memes always crack me up.
They're
I love them.
they're great. One of my favorite videos on the internet is just a video. I think it's just called like British Boys and then like a heart emoji or something, and it's just like there's 3 kids just like screaming profanities, and it's great.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And my favorite part about it is that I think it's like the top comment is like that the calmest man in England.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I always love those two. I guess another thing. So please excuse my ignorance, but is Birmingham in or like in the UK? Is that a
Yeah, Birmingham's in the UK. Yeah.
okay?
Mhm.
So apparently
It's in England.
there's a bit of a trend with that place. Apparently it's like horrible. What's that all about?
I've never been to Birmingham, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, because I remember another video I'd seen. The happiest man in Birmingham like he just records a video of him waking up and just screaming at the top of his lungs how shit Birmingham is. So, I just wasn't sure if you knew, but that's all right. No problems there. So I mean, hey, the UK sounds great. You know, you wake up, have beans on toast, hear some sword clashing outside. Sounds like a fun spot.
Yeah, no. No. Usually the dude on the horse, he shows up when you get in your chippy. You go to the fish and chips, he shows up, he's at the door.
Body
Well,
block.
you just kind of have to ignore him. So,
Yeah, kind of like just don't make eye contact, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
People,
it's
you know what Britain's like.
oh,
Oh
of
yeah.
course, yeah. Just Britain things.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Colin, you are half British, so
I am
you
half
have
British.
some connection.
That is true. We are half brethren, I guess.
Half brother.
I mean, I'll tell you what, the fucked up thing is that the only thing, because that is true, I am half British, my mother is from England, and the only thing I got from that is, I look, I guess, I feel like Canadians have a specific look to them. You know, I look Canadian, except my teeth are completely fucked. So that's the only thing I got from the British side of my family. Just my teeth are like kind of crooked and messed up. Great.
Yeah. This is Britain for you.
Yep. Why? So, do you know why that is? Is it just like the dentistry is not good, or just like the food you eat?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Most of my friends have braces on, so
Ah, well, that would make sense. It's a mystery that perhaps will never be solved.
yeah, teeth aren't that bad. But there's some people that I've met who have really, really bad teeth.
Ah,
Jeez.
well, I mean, hey, just another, just British things. It's just another
Yeah,
quality.
just Britain.
Yeah, exactly. What another great quality to it. What? I mean, oh, I guess another thing, because we talked about this with Frenchie a lot, because he's actually from Estonia. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know if you got that far in the podcast, but dude, the stories he had to tell about Estonia, that place is nuts. Or at least it used to be. Um, I guess another question would be, is there anything like sort of unknown about like the UK that like any crazy stories or anything you would want to tell?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really say so, to be honest.
It's just like basically like you look up the UK on Wikipedia and everything there is true. Like nothing.
I guess
Okay.
I wouldn't really say there's much like misconception.
Okay, yeah, that was basically the question. Like, is there any misconception or anything like crazy that people
Yeah.
don't know about?
I mean, I think people exaggerate the teeth thing a bit, but
Yeah.
there are some
fair.
people here who have really, really bad teeth, so can't blame them.
Okay.
But yeah, no, there's not really much. But actually, no, something I found out recently is that Britain's actually really, really far. Like they're really high up in terms of the amount of satellites being built. So
Really?
we don't actually launch.
really?
Yeah, but we don't launch them here, which is interesting.
So
Huh.
you build a bunch of satellites, but you don't
Yeah.
like
Use them?
Yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure I heard Britain builds tons of satellites, but then they send them to other countries to have them launched for us.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I was gonna say, like, I feel like if they use those satellites, like, don't you guys have like 4 TV channels or something?
Here we go. BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Three, BBC Four. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, hey, you got all those satellites, only got 4 channels. What's going on?
Jeez.
Okay, but I mean, hey, thank you, Britain. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
cool. I never knew that.
Um, oh, okay. So, thank you for sharing about, England, the England tales. We're gonna call that portion. But another interesting thing that I want to mention, or not mention, I want to ask you. We've asked this to every guest so far. I mean, we've only had 2, but we're gonna continue this. Have you had any strange dreams? Any weird, interesting dreams?
Mm, no, really, I wouldn't really. I don't think so. Probably
Nothing,
not. No,
nothing crazy out of the ordinary?
no.
Yeah, that's similar to me. I tend to have just boring kind of realistic dreams.
Yeah, I don't really dream a lot anyway, to be honest. So at
Ah,
least
okay.
not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, most dreams. I think that's like I read it somewhere where it's like you dream, like you always dream a few times a night, but just like you don't remember all of them or some of them.
Yeah, that's fair. Like even if I do
Yeah,
remember, like I'll wake up like and like a few minutes later I'll forget completely.
It's really weird how like we forget dreams because you'd think it's like it's such a crazy thing that happens. You'd think you'd remember.
Yeah.
yeah, it is odd.
Very odd. I don't get that. Um, but okay, that's fine. 'Cause it just we've had me and the friend group that I have who usually is on the podcast, but today I only had to get fucking TJ here. Jeez.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. Bottom
Yeah,
of the barrel kind of.
yeah, I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for this one, but we usually have more people, and it's just we apparently have all had like extremely weird dreams, and so we just want to expand that to see if anyone else has, because
yeah,
I think the one I always default to, the weirdest one I've ever had, was probably one. It started off like a movie, like it was a third person perspective of like this vampire dude. And he's like standing next to a mansion, and he's like got this ladle full of blood, and he's like pouring it in like this cookie sheet, like, and faces appear in the blood, and one of them was mine. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta invite these people to my mansion." So he invites us to his mansion, and like a bunch of other kids. Giving you the short version, by the way, because if it was a long version, we'd be here the entire podcast. So, um, so he invites us over. Something happens. I walk like through the mansion and stuff, and apparently someone like bakes a cake, knocks over the cake, and starts burning down the mansion or something. Something to do with fireworks. I think I fucking launched a firework at the vampire or whatever. And then we get on the roof and just escape on a helicopter. I don't know. It just really, really strange dreams sometimes. I'll tell you that.
yeah. I wouldn't say have many dreams like that.
Um. Okay. Interesting. What?
Yeah.
I guess what's like. I sort of want to get some of this. What's like the out of the normal dreams you've had? What is the weirdest that you remember, if you can even remember?
To be honest, I don't really remember many dreams. I couldn't name one off the top of my head. I couldn't really describe one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hmm.
I
Oh.
mean, my weirdest dream probably was. This one's just a short one. It's more like a nightmare. It's fucking
Oh.
terrifying. But I was being chased down a dark hall by a clown.
Oh no.
For like I don't know, it felt like forever. Like the hallway just went on forever and forever, and he had like a knife and it was chasing me. But right at the end of the dream, the leprechaun from Lucky Charms pops out and knocks him out and says, "Don't you steal me, Lucky Charms." And then I wake up.
Oh, actually, something interesting about Britain. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure Lucky Charms got banned here.
What?
What?
Yeah, 'cause
No.
I swear there was. I'll go Google it. I swear there was.
What the fuck do
But
they have against the Irish now?
Yeah, jeez. Well, I guess they did get independence from them.
Oh, yeah. I forgot there was like a thing that happened.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Lucky. One minute.
Hmm. Because they'd be missing out if that's the case. I mean,
Yeah. I
uh,
mean, it's kind of mid in my opinion. I
well,
don't like
hey,
Lucky Charms
yeah,
that
okay,
much.
Mr. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal ever.
Yeah, it is.
No, Weetabix is better.
Yeah, dude, I think the regular, I think plain cornflakes is underrated. I think that just it goes hard.
Mm,
It's just a
nah,
great.
I need something on the cornflakes. I can't eat plain cornflakes. Like I know there's milk in it, but it just tastes dry.
I mean,
Yeah,
fair enough,
that's
fair
fair.
enough. It's all about preference. And what did you say your favorite was again?
Weetabix.
Ah, right.
Oh.
That does it is good. I feel like it depends on who makes it because there's like a bunch of different versions of that cereal, and some of
Yeah,
them are just taste like cardboard, and some of them are good like yours.
yeah,
So it really
yeah. Like
depends.
think put honey on the Weetabix.
Ooh,
Oh, it's so good.
that's a good
That
idea.
sounds good.
It's so good.
I'll have to try that.
Honey or sugar on them.
Ooh,
Okay.
man. Honey straight from the hive. That'd be good. Yeah, good idea. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Mm.
it's really good.
You say
Damn.
straight from the hive?
Well,
You're
yeah.
gonna go out and just
Stick my hand in a beehive and just throw it at my bowl.
yeah, while you get stung
Just scoop it out.
hundreds of times.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at black bears, they do the same thing. They're fine.
But they're bears and they're animals.
Okay,
He,
and
he takes his hand out of the hive. It's just like a
Just a-
balloon.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you're also allergic to bee stings.
yeah, well, I'm gonna put my hand in and it's gonna come out the size of the hive. That's probably what's gonna happen. But I mean, hey, at least I get honey. So
Very true.
I'd say that's a good
Good trade-off.
a good trade-off. Yeah, you know, my hand probably won't work ever again, but hey, honey, there you go. Um, okay, so next thing I got written down here, Mr. Sprout. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go off the books. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Oh,
Why, why the Beansprout? What made you come up with that name?
every time someone asks me this, every time I stream, literally every single time I click play on a stream, there's always someone there who asks me why the name, and I'm gonna wait as long as I possibly can to reveal it.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm gonna leave it like a whole decade.
holy!
wait.
What if we
And
Venmo
see the
you
reaction.
money for your answer?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a time capsule type deal. I like that. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, everyone better stay subscribed, and you'll finally figure it out.
Okay.
All right, I'll brush past that then. Um,
Yeah.
I'll keep your plan chugging along. I like that. But I guess going back onto script, boring, but well, not script.
Yeah.
It's we don't have a script.
The
Yeah, we got a whole
podcast just got the podcast just got 10 times worse now.
Yeah, shit. You know, come on, man. What's going on? But oh yeah, favorite. Just like simple question. Favorite movie, game, show, and song. Simple.
Game, I think the game is kind of obvious.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I've made like nearly 200 videos on it. Is Fortnite,
I
but
knew it.
but seriously, it's Doom Eternal, which is pretty obvious.
that would have been a plot twist.
Favorite movie in specific room.
Oh,
Never seen
then-
it.
It's good. Don't watch the second one though.
Okay.
It's really bad. Or the anime on Netflix. It's terrible.
There's an anime of it? Oh,
Yeah, no, it's really, really bad.
Jeez.
well, I mean, hey, of course the Japanese are gonna pick that up. It's giant mechs. That's like their thing.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Well, yeah,
It's
I'll
a
take
Netflix.
that. I'll definitely not watch it though. I agree, but
It's a Netflix original, and usually
Ooh.
Netflix originals aren't that
Yeah.
aren't that good even.
it's like I like how they put that up. At like when you're going through Netflix, they have a little red N like on everything
Yeah.
that is a Netflix original. That's how I know not to watch it. It's because I know it's gonna be bad.
Hey, okay.
I
Some
think-
Netflix originals are good.
It's
I think one of the only Netflix originals that I've genuinely enjoyed so much was The Punisher, but even then,
Yes,
it was
dude.
technically still Marvel.
Punisher was great. Is what's that one show? You? Have you guys heard of that show? You?
I've heard
No.
of it.
Okay, I think it's a Netflix show. It was pretty good. It's about this stalker guy.
Wait,
That was good.
I feel like I've seen bits of it. Is there a scene where he starts jerking off outside someone's window?
Yes, that is a scene.
Ah, okay, yeah, I have seen bits of it. Yeah, that seemed alright.
Yeah, from that one scene, that seemed pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
that's my favorite
I
scene.
really hope I have no fans that are stalkerish like that.
Yeah,
I mean, you say that now, but you don't realize the guy on your wall who's listening to this right now.
that's very true.
Oh no, I know him. I know him. His name's
Oh,
Bill.
okay.
Oh, okay.
He's really nice.
Yeah,
He
you might
speaks
want
to me
to
through the
watch out.
vents.
Might want to watch out
He
for the
speaks-
guy on your floors though. He's new.
Oh yeah, the guy in the wall speaks to me through the vents. He's pretty cool. He's
Oh.
kind of sus though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine anyone, those wall people, those wall livers, they're a little odd at times. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Mine.
Pretty goofy, yeah.
Like mine's name is like Jermea. Like, is that even like a name? It's
I
crazy.
don't think so.
Like, I think he's lying. His name's probably like George or something.
Yeah, probably.
That seems more like a wall liver name to me.
Yeah, or like,
Yeah, my
well,
wall.
again, like Bill.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill's a good one. That's true.
Yeah,
Bill
That is
is
that's
true.
that's the guy on my wall.
Yeah, my wall guy only says run, so maybe I don't know if that's his name or like if he's telling me to run, but I mean,
Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's probably nothing. I wouldn't worry about it.
yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
Um. Oh yeah. So favorite show would be next.
Oh, that's difficult. That's kind of difficult. I don't really have a favorite show. I don't usually finish many shows.
Fair enough. If you can't name
That's
like
fair.
one, you can just like pick, two or three that you really like.
Yeah,
Maybe,
pick one that you like.
maybe like the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, and
Yes.
maybe The Punisher again. That one was really good.
Oh, you just made a
See,
friend here mentioning The
I
Walking
like
Dead.
this guy. Yeah, Walking Dead's one of my favorite shows,
Yeah, I
even
think
though it got
fell off a
terrible
bit.
towards the end.
Yeah, I haven't even finished it because
Yeah,
I got about halfway through season 8, I think. Might be 9, I don't know. I can't remember.
yeah. You know that's a good place to stop off. That's where it gets a lot worse.
You can't tell me
Yeah.
it didn't get any worse like past season 6. Like season 8, oh yeah, that's where it just barely starts to, drop off.
No. Season 6 was a drop off point, but then it spiked up back and so I'm not gonna nerd out over Walking Dead. let's
We'll be here all day.
I didn't really find it that bad until season 8. Season 8 kind of it's just boring.
Yeah,
I can't stand it. Like there's not anything that really annoys me about it. It's just boring. I
Yeah,
can't bear watching it. It feels like an hour.
Yeah,
Well, it
it
is
does
an hour.
get pretty
It feels
slow.
longer than that.
Yeah.
What season what season did they decide like, hey, let's just get rid of the main character?
Oh, wait,
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry,
No,
jeez.
I'm kidding.
I
what
wouldn't say
season?
spoiler alert for that. It's pretty old at this point. But
Yeah.
oh, it was.
I don't know. I think they didn't get rid of him. I think the actor decided to leave.
Well, they should have just ended the show. Their point is
Yeah.
what season did he stop appearing?
Season 9.
Ah,
9?
And
no,
we're
no.
now
It was, I swear it was 8 because he's
No.
gone at the point I'm at. Unless I'm on 9.
You're on 9 then.
Yeah, because he's gone by the point I'm at.
Yeah, no, he's gone. Season 9. I think it's midway through. No. It's like a quarter way through season 9. I believe.
Yeah, because spoiler alert. You should have watched it by now. But it's when the bridge blows up, is it not?
Yes. He blows up the bridge and then they fly him away in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Like, why? It just seemed like it's such an odd thing. Like, hey, here's this guy
Yeah.
just taken away. Who.
That is true. And
Like-
now we're on what, season 11? So like,
Instead of like flying him away in the helicopter, he could have just like blown up on the bridge, and they could have ended the show.
That would have been better. Yeah.
true. That would have been more climactic.
Yeah.
Everything's going so well. It's like, oh, but shit, now I'm dead. It's like, hey, things happen. Why don't you just end it with that? I feel like more movies and shows and everything need to have more just like, hey, sometimes things fuck up. Because, like in like a heist movie, like everything goes perfectly according to
Yeah.
plan and like everything like that. And like, again, in like zombie, survivalist situations, it's like, yeah, they will have times where things mess up, but I feel like it's just very you can tell it's very planned. I wish there was
Yeah.
more moments like that, hypothetical, for example, where he just like fucks up and just blows himself up.
Yeah.
I really like the John Wick films.
Ooh,
I really like them.
they're always
Those are
good.
good.
That's another one of my favorites. I like them.
I've only seen the first 2. I haven't seen the third one.
The third one's very good.
Yeah.
I'd say the second one's the weakest in my opinion.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't as good as the
it
first.
was good, but like, yeah, it just felt like I barely remember it. I guess that's a good
Yeah.
a testament to it. I just barely remember it to begin with.
I think if I'm right, I'm pretty sure they announced a 4th film.
They did.
Recently.
You are right. I don't know when that's coming out though, but you are correct. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
What is he gonna use now? Like lions as backup? That'd be great.
He becomes a Terminator.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
He puts his brain into a robot body. Like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, exactly. He just starts running Facebook. That'd
Uh-huh.
be great. What if the 4th movie just like retires and just starts like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
He
fourth
becomes an
movie,
assassin
John
in the
Wick.
metaverse. He
John
becomes an
Wick.
assassin in the
Yeah. John
metaverse.
Wick cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I like that idea. Becomes a metaverse assassin. Fucking hell. Hey, this guy wasn't up to date in his Bitcoin payments. I need you to take him out.
He just don't. He screenshot an NFT.
Oh, yeah, the cardinal sin. You got to pull out John Wick for that.
We gotta get that Red 8 back.
Oh, that's great.
That's a great idea. I really like that. I hope I
Mhm.
hope I hope someone takes that up.
Yeah,
Um
quarantine. Yeah, honestly.
um so oh yeah, last thing about those favorite four, favorite song.
Oh, I don't think I can name a favorite song at this point. To
I
be
know.
honest,
He
I've got
Collins asked me that too, and it's impossible.
yeah, I've
Especially
got
when
so
you're
many songs on my
exactly,
playlist.
especially when you're a music lover, you can't just have a favorite song.
I
Like
guess
I have my
just
playlist's
favorite
got like
songs, I guess.
my playlist has like 135 songs on it. So
Yeah. Well, how about let's make it a bit broader? Do you have any favorite artists?
That's a good makes more sense.
yes, I like Disturbed's really good.
Yes. My man.
The
Okay.
Gordon's really good. I like
Uh,
Andrew Holschult. Dusk. The soundtrack for Dusk is brilliant.
Agreed.
Um, who's the guy who did the soundtrack for Man of Steel again? Because like, what's his name? Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer makes
Oh
some
yeah,
good
he's,
music.
he's always
Yeah.
done like his movies he's done are always good soundtracks.
Yeah. Whoever did the music for Metal Gear Rising as well. That was really good.
Oh, there was a bunch of people, yeah. I think I don't remember the main guy's name, but yeah, no, that's a great fucking soundtrack.
I'm gonna admit it. I actually haven't played the game yet.
Really?
I've been meaning to play it for ages.
You're one of the few.
I just haven't got around to it because I looked on Steam at it and it says the overall reviews. It just says mostly positive, and then the recent reviews is overwhelmingly positive, which I think is because of the memes.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You were 100% right. But I'll tell you what, I've beaten that game, what, like 8, 10, 11, 12 times. So, I'll tell you, it is very good. It's very good. It's not
So I've
for
heard.
everyone, but it is very good. So I think if you like the soundtrack, it's great to hear the soundtrack while slicing people up in a little bit. So I think you'd enjoy it.
It seems like the type of game I'd enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully make a video about that too.
Yeah, I probably will eventually.
Good, good. I can't
Yeah.
wait for it.
No promises though.
I won't mark it
I'm
in
not sure.
stone. I won't mark it in
Yeah.
stone.
I'm not sure when I'm gonna get around to playing it, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, because I mean that's crazy though. So where'd you like hear the soundtrack? Because that's like rare. Like everyone I know who likes the soundtrack has played the game.
I found it through the video of Raiden punching Senator Armstrong over and over again,
Of course.
and then I searched up the song, and then I fell into the rabbit hole of listening to it.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's very good. Oh man,
Yeah.
there's this can't remember his name. I think it's called like unofficial soundtracks or something, or unoriginal soundtracks. That's what it's called. That guy makes mixes for the soundtrack for that game, and I prefer the mixes. They're so good. They're like there's so much effort in it. It's not like, oh, I just made like the guitars like 3% louder. It's like no, it's like almost like a completely different song.
Yeah. It's
good.
not like when people take Doom Eternal songs, bass boost it, and then upload it to
Yeah,
YouTube.
exactly. Ultra crazy mix. It's like no, you just made it
Slowed
louder.
down, reverbed.
Yeah, slow plus we. Yeah, heartbroken version.
The rain in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, imagine someone trying to turn Doom Eternal soundtrack into a lo-fi beat.
Someone's probably done it.
I mean, there's I think it's. I mean, someone made like a parody thing of like like lo-fi beats to chill/study to. Someone made a parody of that streams like. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like.
I think it's the Rip and Tear Radio. I think you're
Yeah,
on
Rip and
about.
Tear Radio. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I think it's Prote who does that. He's
Oh, right. Yes. No, you're correct. That is him.
yeah. I searched up Doom Eternal Lo-Fi and it just came up with Rip and Tear Radio.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. I mean, someone's definitely done it because I've seen them recommended a few times. Like, I think the most popular one is like the only thing that fears you like slowed down, and it's like I think it's
Oh
like
yeah.
that one. I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but it's just weird.
Yeah, it's
I
not
just found BFG Division Lo-Fi remix, and it just sounds like they've went onto YouTube. They've went to playback speed and put it all the way down.
Ah, awesome. So very well made, I see.
Oh yeah.
That's a shame when people do that. It's like, oh, here's this epic mix I made, just like louder or just quieter or slower or faster.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
really slow version of the song.
Awesome.
Wow. Love that.
See if we can find this guy.
Yeah.
Unoriginal soundtracks. Yeah, I did get it right. Yeah, that guy, his mixes are great. If you like the Metal Gear soundtrack, you'll definitely like those.
Yeah.
So, give her a look every now, or like not every now and then. Give her. What am I trying to say? Give it a look. You know,
Give it a
sometime.
listen.
Yeah, give it a listen sometime. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any more like artists you're a fan of or anything like that?
Avenged Sevenfold's good.
Yes, my man.
An unpopular opinion. I do like some of Five Finger Death Punch's music. Depends.
I've
It's how
I've
that
never
band's how I
actually-
got into metal, but it depends which album, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Now,
I've never actually heard much from those guys, like, because I always hear them brought up every now and then. Do you mind explaining if you know, like, why is that like a controversial opinion to like them?
a lot of people just don't like them, and I think it has something to do with the fact that they're popular or
Ah,
too mainstream, which
I see.
gives me major Reddit vibes. Like,
Yeah.
just anytime I hear someone moan about something that's too popular or mainstream, it always makes me think of Reddit, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, and
That's fair.
because that's where it stems from. Like, you're not wrong. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I
people
mean,
on Reddit's
I
like,
get the
oh,
argument. Yeah, I get the argument saying it's overrated and it's like not as
Yeah.
popular as some other songs should be, but not that it's too popular.
too popular.
Yeah.
Like, what?
yeah,
Like, oh, so many people like this good thing. Ah, I hate it.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of like popular songs that aren't as good as like some underground things that you hear of, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Exactly.
yeah.
You were correct there. I mean, I see. I'm really weird when it comes to. Or wait, are you done? Is that like all the artists you can think of?
Yeah, really, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna mention, I don't know, because I'm very weird when it comes to like music preference, because I'll literally just put on what sounds good. I don't care who it's by. I don't care like what they've done. Nothing like that. I don't know what's popular.
Yeah,
What
I
is-
guess
They've done.
I guess in terms of genres and like that, I'll listen to most genres as long as
Yeah.
it sounds good.
Yeah, I
Like, as long as
agree.
I think it sounds good.
No, I 100% agree. I think in my playlist I have like, um, what's it called? What's like the vape? I have vaporwave. I have metal. I have just like
Yeah.
songs from like the 70s. Like whatever sounds good, hey, that'll do it.
Actually, you mentioned French earlier. That reminded me. There's a band that he showed me called Ramstein, and
Ooh.
it's a German metal band. I have absolutely no clue what they're saying in any of their songs, but they're really good.
I've heard of them before. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I-
there's a song of them called Pussy. It's pretty great.
oh hell yeah! With a name like that, it's got to be good.
I think I listened to one. I think the one that Frenchie showed me was Du Hast.
Oh yeah, that's their most popular one.
Yeah, I like that song.
That's great. I have to check them out. But yeah, I kind of understand like having no clue what they're saying, but it sounds good because I don't know if you've heard of them. Maximum the Hormone. It's a Japanese band that I have absolutely no clue what they're saying, but man, it goes hard. So,
No, I don't
that's all
know.
that matters. But oh yeah, so like I was saying, but yeah, so I don't really care about any of that, and so I don't know if this is like a controversial thing or anything. Is it like weird to like Slipknot or anything? Because that's like the only band I could think of that I like specifically. Is that like a strange
guess not.
oddity?
Weird to like it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, that's just for more metal.
I'd say I'm not really the biggest fan of Slipknot. I don't really like death metal, like just
Fair enough.
screaming into the microphone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, some of their songs are a little much for me. I mean, it's like, hey, I don't like someone just deep
Yeah.
throating their mic. But
And yeah, and to a certain degree, screaming for effect can work, but
Yeah.
not if it's the entire song. You know, like
Agreed,
maybe
Yeah,
if it's
like-
like
Screaming for the whole song, it just gets under my skin.
Yeah.
It's just one of the few things
Yeah.
that irritates me. I really don't like it.
no, I
Yeah.
100% agree. Because like, there are a lot I do like. The ones I like from them are more rhythmic. Like they have more rhythm to it. I think that's the most important thing in any song. If you
Yeah.
have like a catchy rhythm, I'm gonna remember it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep
Yeah,
listening
that's
to it.
that's my issue with so many songs like that. It doesn't really rhyme or anything like that. It doesn't flow right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, a lot of them do. But the ones, because the thing is with them, it's like, from what I've seen, again, I'm not like a super fan. I literally just found them like 2 days ago. Where the songs I have like put on my liked songs and whatnot, it's like they are very rhythmic. They're very good. They have only screaming when necessary, but they have a lot.
The one of the sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, well the ones where they do have like a lot of screaming, it's like, I'm not a fan.
The one of the songs that from them I have on my playlist is called Red Flag, and it's one of the only ones that it kind of has a bit of a rhythm to it. Like it's not just screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the only reason I asked that is because like I'm very out of the loop when it comes to music, and that's literally the only band I can think of I'm a fan of. So I was just curious if that was like, hey, is that like weird or something? Because the news that Five Finger Death Punch is like looked down upon, like, that's new to me. So
Yeah, it was to me a few months ago. Actually, I really didn't know how much people dislikes them, to be honest.
But hey, that doesn't matter. If you like the funny vibrations in your ears that sound good, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. But okay then, that's great. We're just blowing through these. That's what I like to
Oh
hear.
yeah.
Another big conversation starter, I think. What made you start YouTube?
I was just bored.
That's usually
I mean,
the answer we get.
I think that yeah.
I mean, I started my channel making videos around the time when I got my PC, my first PC, and the PC I still have now, and I started it around then, and then on some of my older videos that I made before I had my PC that are all taken down now. There was a guy who I became friends with. I've not spoke to him as much recently, called Enderwing, and he recommended me to join Hump's Discord server when the both of us were really small,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of people in that server who were doing YouTube, and it was almost like competition, but
Ah.
like I wouldn't say competition, but like it was like this
friendly
person's
competition.
uploading more than me. I need to put more videos up, kind
Yeah,
of stuff
yeah,
for
yeah.
me at least.
Ah, okay.
That probably helps a lot if I'm being honest. Like having competition really does make people work harder.
Yeah, I mean, I've stopped speaking as much in the Doom YouTuber Discord and stuff like that, and I feel like since I've stopped speaking as much, it's kind of slowed my productivity a lot.
That would
Ah.
happen. Yeah, that does make
Mhm.
sense. How long ago was that the case? How long ago did you kind of slow down talking to them?
Maybe just the past couple months, maybe since maybe January, something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I'm
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Because like I've been doing it for a while now. I've been doing it since what, like I think November 2021, something around that time.
hmm
So it's been a while.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. But
it
I mean,
has ups and downs.
of course,
Sorry.
of course, yeah. There's always gonna be ups and downs when it comes to that, and I think because I went to, of course, yeah, you're coming on. I'm gonna research your channel a bit more. I went to like oldest videos, newest videos, all that stuff. Rewatching some
Oh.
I've already seen.
Ugh.
Hey, your old
Ugh.
videos, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just simple, like, what, like 30-second, like, meme videos. Like, they're okay. There's nothing to be
Not
ashamed
like
about.
I sound like I've got the chipmunk voice changer on all the time.
Wait,
And I
really?
That
Yeah, no, that's what it sounds like to me, at least. And actually, there's a comment on a video that I watched. A comment that on a video I put up ages ago. It was when the Ancient Gods Part 2 came out, and the comment said, it makes me laugh every single time I read it. And it said, your voice sounds like a radio being tuned.
Radio. That's very that cuts deep. That's not very nice of him.
I think it's funny.
I mean, that's good. I'm glad you find that funny. Cause I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I didn't watch all of your older videos. Like, I started. I
That's a
think
good thing.
I started maybe like watching you about like a quarter way through your entire like posting history.
Yeah.
So what were you using some sort of voice changer? Like, did you have a bad mic
No.
or
He just,
No. That was just my voice.
that was okay.
yeah, no, he's saying like it was a while ago. Like, 'cause you know when you
Yeah.
like go back on younger videos and you like sound like
Yeah,
really
it
young
sounds
and, like,
horrible.
a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So puberty hit hard, basically, is what you're saying.
There was also a bit where I changed my setup around and I had my mic backwards,
Oh,
and I thought it was because I took some of my padding off my walls, because some of it fell down because I didn't stick it to the wall properly, and I thought it was because of that, but it was because I sat there for about a month solid complaining because my mic wouldn't work, and it was because I had the mic backwards.
that
That's amazing.
that's
And it's so sad that it took me that long to realize.
it happens to the best of us. Um, no, we've all had moments like, like, oh shit, why isn't this working properly? And then you just figure out it was the simplest thing, or you're just doing something a little wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. That is funny though. I'll give you that. Um,
When I got a new SSD for my computer a while ago,
mhm.
and I was trying to screw it into the computer, and I was like, where's the screw? I don't have a screw. It didn't come with a screw. I need to go to the shop and buy a screw, and it was sitting there, literally right in front of me.
Oh
Oh
no.
man, we all have those moments.
Yep. I'm trying to think back. Yeah, because I'm so perfect. I'm trying to think back to when I had one of those
When I
two.
ever made a mistake.
Yeah, when have I ever made a mistake? I guess this kind of makes sense. So you probably heard it, going back to Frenchie in the podcast he was in. I mean, the message in the very beginning, I completely fucked my
Yeah.
audio like an idiot. Ugh, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I think audio with YouTube is one of the biggest pains. That and copyright.
Yeah. Oh,
I hate it.
because like I think no, I never told I never said why in the little warning in the beginning. But it's because I think a while ago, like a few days ago, as a joke, like you know how you can like go to your microphone device properties and like turn up the level,
Yeah.
the boost. So I turned up
Yeah.
the boost to like plus 20. It's supposed to be plus 10. I put it up to plus 20, and like, haha, look, I'm so loud. That's funny. And I
Yeah,
forgot
like
to turn it
I
off.
do this,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly. Yeah. And I forgot to turn it off when Frenchie came on, and like I noticed that my like on OBS my mic was like going in the red a lot. I'm like, that it's probably normal. Not knowing that I'm like basically twice as loud as I should be. Ugh.
Yeah.
Please tell me
Oh,
though, was it
man.
like, is it? I tried to edit it down and make it better. Is it at least bearable to listen to?
I didn't really notice that the mic was too loud. I just noticed Frenchie's mic was down a bit off.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Frenchie's mic sounded a bit echoey. That's all I heard. But I didn't notice your mic was too loud.
Okay, okay, good. So I did a good job then. Thank goodness. Whew. Fuck. Okay. That still pisses me off though. I hated that. Oh man. And it scared me because we had I don't know if you're familiar with them. We also had the Cartnarks on.
Oh no.
Um,
I watched a bit of the Frenchie interview
yeah.
and about 5 minutes of the Elden Ring one. I watched a bit of the Frenchie one a while ago when you first emailed me about this, and then today when I got home, I was like, hold on, I've got that podcast today. So I started watching it, and I was like, okay, I need to actually see what this is about.
Oh, okay. But no, basically all I was gonna say was when Cartnarks was coming on, he's a big deal. He's got like 300,000 subs on YouTube, and I'm like, oh shit.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I know, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, damn, dude, he even answered us?
Jesus.
So it was a big deal. I'm like, fuck. I can't make the same mistakes as last time. I made sure. Oh no, I didn't even do that because I was really busy that day, and so I forgot to basically like do everything up until like 5 minutes before he was gonna come on, and I was scrambling around. I like, thank goodness, like a friend of mine, RJ, just happened to be on to join. And like, oh, it was just so bad. I was just felt like an idiot. So there's two big mistakes right there for you.
One of the biggest mistakes I've ever made with YouTube is I made a review on Dusk,
Yeah.
and when I made that video, I rendered it. I rendered the video, and it is probably the original render is probably on my computer somewhere, but I don't know where I saved it to. And so before usually I delete all the footage so I can save space.
Yeah.
But before I clicked upload and before I checked where I saved it, I deleted all of the footage and I couldn't find the video where I saved it to.
Oh,
And I still had some footage left, but I had to go through in basically one night and play the entire game again, remake all of my assets, because like I had like half of the whole game to play again. Did all that, made all the assets again, had to go back and stitch it all together because it told me where the missing video was, and that was one of the most stressful things ever because I lost all the audio for the intro, and I had to completely re-edit that. And that just reminded me of that because he was talking about having the collabs. Like,
Yeah.
I got so excited because I got Under the Mayo in it for about like a few seconds, and I was so hyper about it. I was like, oh my god, it's Under the Mayo because I've been watching Mayo for ages. Like, I spoke to him on and off in DMs, but I've never really had like full conversation with him. And he seems like a nice guy.
Oh, he seems.
But I've been watching him for so long. I was so hyper about that.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know. Like, that's gotta be the worst. I mean, hey, I literally just watched that video today. It seemed fine to me. So you did a good job.
Yeah.
And that explains why, like, a little ways through, you're like, hey guys, I actually just beat the game. So that I understand now. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was on the verge of tears when when that happened, because that video took me like a week solid to make.
Yeah, I don't blame
And when that
you.
happened, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was on the verge of just deleting everything and not doing it. But
I'm glad
it's
you
good
pulled
to
have-
through. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got it off. Yeah, it's one of my favorite videos.
It is very solid. It was good. I'll tell you that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's gotta be the worst, especially when you had a collab with two guys.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh,
Jeez.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I understand your pain to an extent. My
Mhm.
goodness. Anyway, what was I gonna mention next?
Yeah, we got a bit off topic.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's fine.
No, it was perfectly fine. Like, I think the question was just, why'd you start YouTube? And your answer was like, oh, I was bored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. I started around. It was during lockdown, so.
Yeah, as a lot of people, most people, I think, could say, oh, I was just bored.
Yeah.
So what did I have here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So something interesting. So one of your most popular videos is, why Doom Eternal fans hate journalists, right?
Yeah.
Something I wanted to mention. It's not like specifically related to the video, but you know how most people like to pick on IGN specifically, like if they make videos about them, like, oh, here's an IGN reviewer, fighting a mancubus, and they're like using fucking pistol somehow or some shit like that, right?
I think in retrospect, I think maybe putting IGN as the villain for all the games journalist stuff might have been a bit too far. Because I mean, for the most part, IGN did actually give the game really good reviews.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was always confused about. I watched an IGN review and I'm like, hey, the gameplay looks fine. He gave the game like a good review. I don't know what we're all
I
upset
th-
about here.
I think it's just because everyone associates games journalism with IGN. Like
Yeah,
if anything, I'd probably put Polygon in IGN's like
place.
position in that.
Yeah,
Have you seen their gameplay for Doom 2016?
I have not. Why?
It's so bad.
Oh
It's
no.
so bad.
Oh man. Yeah, because that always confused me. Because don't get me wrong, there are game journalists who are just like,
Terrible.
what was what's that YouTuber? Like no, not throwing hate towards him, but who was the one that people was it Upper Echelon Gaming or something?
Yeah, yeah, him.
Yeah.
I remember that.
His review was a little whack. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, no, he got so mad.
He did
Like when
too.
people called him out for it, he got so angry.
Ugh.
And Connor Shaw as well. Oh my god. That was another video. That was one of my first videos to get over 10k views. I made a video on him, and I went and put it in his Discord server, and then he banned me.
Ah, I
It
see.
was,
No
I don't
way.
actually know. No, it wasn't because of the video. It was because one of his mods. Well, I say his, but their mods. They they banned me because instead of saying they, I said he
Ah,
because I just assumed it was a he because of their voice, and then they got banned.
Oh wow.
man, I feel like
That was really
I know
funny.
that's becoming like a more, pronouns are getting a bit different
Yeah.
nowadays, but I feel like they should at least give you a chance. And it's like,
I
okay,
know.
by the way, it's they. It's like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, no, because they mentioned that to me, and I was like, all right, sorry, calm it. I can't go and re-edit the video, can I? It's already up. And then they banned me, and I had a friend go into the Discord server for me to ask about it,
Ah, geez.
and they were stringing it as if I was like harassing them,
Ah,
as if I was like going in posting swastikas all over their server.
Oh my god.
yeah, I know. It just there was no
It
forgiveness,
was funny.
basically.
It was funny though. I thought it was funny.
It does sound entertaining, to say the least. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
So
I do think though a lot of the time Doom fans go a bit too far in defending their game.
oh yeah, no, 100.
It's not perfect. It's my favorite game. Like I've made videos on it for nearly 2 years, and I can still admit there's a lot of problems with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the last major update was last November, so
It's
Wow.
it's not
been a little
perfect.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's definitely some problems. Well, I'm pretty sure the update portion is at least like they're going gun ho on their next game. So I don't have
Yeah.
enough time for updates or anything.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see something from them at the Xbox Game Showcase.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Hopefully. Oh yeah, because I forgot. Fucking Xbox owns them now.
Yeah, and E3's been cancelled.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, they canceled E3 for this year.
Why?
I don't know if they're canceling it forever, but it's not on this year. I'm not sure why.
I don't.
Jeez.
It can't
They're like,
be.
no, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
good.
everything's still digital, so
Yeah.
it might be that.
Yeah, I guess they're just playing it safe one more year. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, canceling E3. Oh no, it's that was gonna be so enjoyable
God.
to begin with.
It's.
The world.
I think
I mean,
the
they
only,
do get pretty good cringe compilations out
Oh
of it.
yeah.
yeah, I think the only thing that I really look forward to with game announcements is QuakeCon and the Xbox Game Showcase. I'm not much into
Yeah.
PlayStation. I don't really like those type of
Yeah.
games. I don't find it very fun.
That's fair.
I think they have good exclusives though. I think a lot
I
of them
like-
are pretty good.
I liked God of War,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and I probably would have liked Spider-Man, but I just finished God of War when I was playing it, and the controls felt really weird, so I just stopped playing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know they're like? I really do like how they're bringing PlayStation games to PC now.
Yeah, yeah, and I love seeing the reaction from I think the thing is there's PlayStation fans, and then there's like the PlayStation supremacists.
The zealots, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, no, I love seeing the reaction from those type of people with this kind of stuff, and I guess you don't really see it as much with Xbox, but they're really bad for it as well.
Yeah.
But
mean,
I love seeing
both
the
of them,
reaction
yeah.
to those type of people when they port games to PC. I find it so funny.
It's just
Yeah.
like, bro, it's like console wars. Why is it a thing? It's
It's
so
stupid.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand console wars. Like, just buy a PC.
Do
Exactly.
like,
PC Master Race.
yeah, bro.
Right?
But it's like whatever is more convenient for you. Like if you just
Yeah.
come home from work and you just want to, sit down play games for a little bit before doing something else. It's like, yeah, you get a PlayStation or an Xbox, that's fine. That's what they're made for. That's just what they're for. But if you're a hardcore, gamer barbarian like like
Yeah.
us, then yeah, you get a PC. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've played console for most of my life, but
Mhm.
well, I wouldn't say recently. It's been a while now, but I moved over to PC, and I can confirm it's a lot better.
I know. I 100% agree with you because most of my life I was just Xbox gamer, all
Yeah, same.
through and through. And then I'm like, hey, get a PC, man. PC's great. You see all our favorite YouTubers playing PC.
I think there's like a bell curve. It's like people who do bodybuilding as well. There's a bell curve. So at the start, you're kind of not very confident, and then you get to the top of the curve, and it's like PC's perfect, console
Yeah,
sucks, everything about
yeah,
console's terrible, and then you get to the bottom of the bell curve again on the other side, and it's like, who
yeah,
cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Like,
They're all good.
you get that with bodybuilding as well. There's like the people who start off, they get to the top of the curve, and then they think they're genuinely just like every single time they walk outside, they just take their shirt off.
Yeah.
And then there's the people at the other end of the curve who don't care,
Yeah.
agreed,
which just makes it
agreed.
funny.
Um, yeah, no, I just like I just find, especially because I use my PC for quote unquote work. I guess the podcast and my
Yeah, I say
stuff.
work, but I wouldn't say work.
Yeah.
I say quote unquote work.
I say work so I look productive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can play 16 hours of video games a day, and I can say it's work.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm getting footage. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just click record just so you can say you're getting footage, but you're actually.
Exactly. Yeah,
Like, I
you're just
remember
gonna delete it.
I recorded all of my playthrough of Resident Evil 7. I had about 40 gigabytes of footage on my computer,
Holy fuck.
and then I never made a video on it.
Ah, great.
Wow.
Awesome. It was
Gotta
just,
love that.
I was just, it's there just in case. It's, footage.
Yeah, same with Wolfenstein. I have two games of. I have. I think it's the New Order and the Old Blood. I have both of them recorded. Haven't done anything with it.
Are you planning on doing anything with any of those projects though, like Resident Evil and Wolfenstein?
Eventually, I don't have the Resident Evil stuff anymore, which
Oh, okay.
I really wish I'd kept it because I do want to make a video on it. But Wolfenstein, I'm gonna make a video on eventually. There's a lot of games that I want to make videos on, and I don't get
Yeah.
around to it.
Yeah. I've sort of noticed something about Wolfenstein when it comes to Doom fans. Like when you're originally a Doom fan, you start, of course, the game over time it gets a little tiring, and they start
Yeah.
moving on to other things. I noticed Wolfenstein is one a lot of people tend to drift towards.
Yeah, the thing that I don't understand with a lot of people in like the Doom circle is that they say, "Oh, I hate games like Halo. I hate games like Call of Duty because they've got reloading, regenerating health, and all that kind of stuff." And while Wolfenstein doesn't really have regenerating health, it kind of does, but not
Right,
really.
yeah.
It goes only up to 20. But a lot of the argument about people saying, "Oh, I don't like reloading in any game," a lot of the time those people like games like Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I
So
like I know. It depends on how reloading is done.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Wolfenstein, I feel like reloading, like you got to be strategic about it. But in other games,
Yeah.
they have reloading just to reload.
I think it depends what style of game it is. I think
That too.
Wolfenstein fits. I'd say something like Halo fits, Call of Duty would fit with it.
Yeah.
And another unpopular opinion about something popular that a lot of people like to hate on, Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty. It's fun.
I think
It's just fun.
I think there are fun games. I agree.
Yeah, no, like it's been like Cold War was a good one.
I liked Cold War.
Yeah,
The Black Ops games are my favorite ones. I
Yes, the
love
Black Ops are the best. I'm a zombies fan,
them. Yeah.
so all the Black Ops ones are my favorites. But Call of Duty is a good franchise, except for there's obviously going to be some hit and
Some
misses, like
stinkers, yeah.
Vanguard or like World War II.
Oh, yeah.
I played the beta for Vanguard, and it was so bad.
I
Yeah.
saw your video on that. It just looked rough.
When I first went to play it, I was getting really frustrated because I was like, I want to make a video on this. The game won't launch. I kept
Awesome.
clicking for it to launch. It would load. It would get to the loading screen, then it would crash.
Mm. I
Thanks,
think that's a
Activision.
sign. I think that's a
I
sign.
know.
We should just leave this one alone.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully whatever project they come out with next will be better.
Because they're taking
Yeah.
a 2-year break, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they're doing Modern Warfare though as well.
Yeah,
they're going
Modern
with
Warfare.
Modern Warfare next, which I like Modern Warfare 2019, so I'm hoping
Yeah,
this will
Yeah,
be
it
as
was,
well.
it was a
2019
great game.
Is it a continuation of 2019 or is it like
I
separate?
think so. Yeah, it said Modern Warfare 2, so I'm gonna assume.
I like
Oh,
how- I hate that with new names though. Like you have
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2, and then almost like a decade later, oh, here's coming out with Modern Warfare, and then a few years later, Modern Warfare 2 again.
But
Awesome.
that's one of the things. That's something that annoys me so much with Doom.
Yeah.
Doom 2016 is basically Doom 4,
Yeah.
but at the time they wasn't gonna continue the story, and then in Eternal they revealed they've been continuing the whole time. So I wish
Oh.
they'd just go back and rename the game to Doom 4.
You know what? Let's just make that like a thing right now. From now on, I'm just calling it Doom 4.
Yeah, because it's Doom 4.
It is.
just like grab your Doom case and just in black Sharpie just put 4 under it.
Good idea. I will. Because yeah, you are right. Like they're like, oh, yeah, it's a reboot and stuff like that. Nope, it's actually a continuation.
Yeah, they retconned a retcon.
Somehow, yeah. Oh, no. But yeah, no. From now on, for me, Doom 4. Let's just normalize it.
Yeah, Doom 4.
every
Not
every video you make about Doom 2016 Beansprout,
Doom 4.
you need to say Doom 4. Yep.
just go into Steam and rename it.
Doom 4. Perfect. You could do just like every time you do happen to mention it in a video, just like put a lot of emphasis on it. Just be like, like this is yeah, exactly, like, oh, this game kind of reminds me of this mechanic from Doom 4. Doom 4.
It's like
That
all over
one?
the screen, just like putting Doom 4 everywhere, like arrows and circles.
Just get the front cover. Put 4 on the front cover. Loads of red arrows. like Midnight's old videos. Just put loads of red arrows in it.
Exactly.
Oh
Perfect.
yeah.
That'll
You know, the thing is, speaking about Doom, I think Midnight, he's made a bit of a comeback.
Oh,
I think, at least. I think there was a while where he was really the only Doom YouTuber leading up to Eternal's release, and he was only really the, like, how do you say, it's one of the only big ones, that people
Yeah.
watched. And he got away with doing the clickbait and stuff like that because of that.
yeah.
And then when more people started to come in, like Austin, Mayo, just more people started to come in, make Doom videos, he started to get away with it less.
Yeah.
And I think Cynic the Original's video on him and the clickbait was brilliant. And there was a while where he changed and he stopped doing that. And then he started again. And now recently, really recently, he made a video that talking about how he's just completely changing. And from his recent videos that he's been putting up, I can see he's been putting so much more effort into it. And I'm enjoying his videos a lot more.
That's great.
Like,
yeah.
he's become, like, I love seeing people, like, who've had downfalls on YouTube. I'd say it's a downfall because he did drop in views quite a lot. And then he's kind of made a comeback. His videos are really good now and I'm enjoying them a lot more because it feels like the passion's there again. He made a video on the Doom map that one of the Columbine shooters made.
Uh-huh.
And I found that video really interesting because I didn't really know much
Oh.
about Columbine. And I think it was Eric Harris who made the map. It was very interesting.
Oh yeah, here I see the video. Moving forward from my Doom Eternal and past.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He said he's not finishing with Doom Eternal, but he's going to be doing more different videos, which I have a feeling that if Xbox Game Showcase doesn't go how I want it to, and its after doesn't announce a new game, I may have to start doing that more.
Yeah, no, I was actually gonna ask you about that. Like, what's your opinion on basically the current state of like Doom Eternal content, like how dry it sort of is becoming?
Um, I mean, I think a lot now. If there's any of the other Doom YouTubers who are watching this, you'll know what I'm on about. A lot of us seem to complain quite a lot in the DoomTuber Discord and the content creation bit about how slow our views are being, because and a lot of time we blame it on the algorithm or there's not enough content for the game, and well, I'd say Alston's a sorry, a perfect example of someone who's managed to make do with the amount of content we've got. He's doing
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Hmm.
He's being creative, and that's something I struggle with myself. Sometimes I complain about it, and I'm like, why can't I make any content? It's because of the game. When you just need to be creative. And there's
Yeah.
also a lot of people, not just in Doom YouTubers, just YouTube in general, who complain about low views and not getting enough views. And it's because they don't upload frequently enough. I
Yeah.
found that out myself. I when I don't upload as much, say last month or a month before, I wasn't uploading as much. I didn't get as many views.
Hmm.
My fault, not the algorithms.
Yep.
And now, when you don't upload as much, sure, you can blame it on impressions and not getting as many notifications sent or recommendations. It's still your fault because you're not uploading as much. People aren't watching your videos as much.
Yeah.
There's not enough stuff to click on, so of course your impressions are going to go down.
Yeah.
It's not the algorithm's fault. So that's something I've had to learn over the past few years. I feel recently I felt a lot more enlightened with YouTube
Yeah.
than I used to be.
That's good.
That's great. Yeah, no, that's dare I say, very responsible of you to think like that. That's great.
I think the thing is with a lot of YouTubers when they give advice to, because like I'm not the biggest YouTuber around, I wouldn't say. I mean, in the Doom circle, I'd say I'm decently well known, but in
Yeah.
the grand scheme of things, I'm tiny. But I think a lot of people when a lot of people ask for advice with YouTube, they're hit with the just do what you enjoy, just do whatever you want thing, and it's not like that. It's not so black and white. You kind of need to understand the algorithm a bit more, especially with content like mine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, of course.
I think there's a lot of stuff, a lot of skills involved with it, and you won't be perfect at it when you first start. Like, there's a reason why all of my original videos are privated. So
Yeah. It'll be a rough start, definitely. I agree.
yeah, I think a lot of people give up too fast, and props to a friend of mine. I don't know if you'll mind me giving a shout out to him here, but Manzer, he's a friend of mine in real life. He's been making War Thunder videos,
Ah.
and he's kept going with it. He's not been doing it that long, but I keep saying to him, the thumbnails, you're gonna get better with the editing. He's really good at the editing. You'll keep getting better. The more you go, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice.
So me a year ago, in terms of the quality of my videos, is nowhere near as good as it is now.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people need to understand that before they get into YouTube because it's more of a long-term investment.
Yeah,
And you can,
I think that's the biggest thing that people misunderstand. It's like they see, a lot of them get inspired by another YouTuber they like, and how it usually
Yeah.
works is they'll see a YouTuber that they really like, and like, oh, I want to make videos like that, and they just assume right off the bat, if they're new to editing, if they're new to recording, if they're new to like commentary and all that stuff, they can just one-to-one make that, but their own version. That's not gonna
Exactly.
happen. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to get better. So like, and you saying like it's a long-term investment, it's not gonna happen in a few weeks. It's gonna be at a few months minimum.
I think for
Yeah.
me it's one of the more special cases, and it doesn't really happen that much. I kind of joined the Doom community and making videos around when the Doom community kind of blew up a bit more, and there was hype, there was DLC coming out, loads of new maps and stuff. That was the reason I'd say my channel grew relatively quickly when I seriously got into making videos, and I think it's because of the hype around the game. Now, I'm not saying for people who want to get into doing YouTube, go and find a popular video, a popular game even, to make videos about. Of course, you can still do the game you like,
Yeah.
but you need to understand that if your game isn't getting like massive amounts of hype, then you're not going to grow as fast. You can grow, but you won't grow as fast.
Yeah.
Like, say, my Halo Infinite video I put up the other day, got really good views. Any other time I put Halo videos up, apart from an update coming out, they get no views, and like they just completely crash, and that's something you need to be aware of.
Yeah. Yeah, because another thing, especially, is like if you upload one video and it gets a good amount of views, and then like you upload two and it's not that good, like it doesn't mean like, oh well, I'm dead now. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
Like
like
no,
you are not
it's not the case.
Yeah.
like if a video blows up, I'd recommend ride the wave, but you are not owed extra views.
No.
And another thing is a lot of people want subscribers. In my opinion, what I'd prefer more than subscribers is views.
Yeah.
Because subscribers, you can have a lot of subscribers, but there's cases I've seen video channels where they have a lot of subscribers, they don't watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely out there.
So that's
Yeah,
it.
no,
You-
that's really that's very sage advice actually. Not to like diss you, but I wasn't expecting that.
yeah, no, neither was I. I think a lot of people with YouTube don't give the right advice.
Mhm.
Like it's usually the bare minimum. It's like
do what you
edit
love,
good, have good audio quality, make clickable thumbnails, and make a good title. That's usually what people say, but there's a lot. It's a lot deeper than that. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Like you need to kind of mentally prepare for it. It's just some stuff that, say, like talked about earlier with my Dusk video, that was really tough.
Yeah.
When I lost everything for that, it just broke me, ruined my day, ruined my week. Like even after the video was finished, I fixed it, I put it up. Still, I felt terrible because I put in all that work and I lost it. There's a lot of psychological stuff that can happen. There's a lot of stuff. It's stressful. It's fun. It's really enjoyable. And now I'd say there's some people who complain. Like there's some YouTubers who complain about what they do. But I'd say it's not really something worth complaining about. I'd much rather do YouTube as a job than anything else. Literally anything else. Like I'm not at a point where I can do YouTube as a job at all. Like I'm still in school. I'm not doing anything like that. But if I can one day turn this into a job, I'd be more than happy to. Because
Yeah.
it's just I'd say it's one of the best career paths, and anyone can do it. Literally anyone from any part of the world, as long as you have something you can make videos on, you have access to YouTube. You don't live in China or North Korea.
Yeah.
You can make a YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very true.
It's a great
So-
job. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think everyone at some point should try it.
Oh, trust me, I've tried my hand at it, and what left off was a very cringy, just sort of poorly made, weird Doom slash just whatever channel.
Yeah.
I've sort of left that. However, recently, and your words have even helped me, I've been inspired to
Inspired.
do more.
Yeah.
I've been inspired to do more. So that's where I basically kickstarted this channel back up again, this specific podcasting channel, and mine personal channel. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm coming back, and I'm coming back with a vengeance. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be-
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great. And
I
your
think-
words have
excited to
definitely
see
helped me
it.
as well. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
I think you should continue with this podcast. Keep it going. It's
Of course,
great.
Of course.
You'll be up.
Thank
You'll
you.
be up there with Joe Rogan in no
Oh
time.
yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You better
Hopefully
watch
not
it.
their hopefully not their topics, but in popular. Yeah.
We'll be getting Elon Musk on here eventually.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. And we'll all be smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. That's great, though. Yeah, no, that's very good. And sort of in that light, something I wanted to go back when it came to complaining about lack of content, especially on like Doom Eternal. I think like here's the thing. I felt like there's this feeling that the Doom Eternal fan base has that like they sort of like have like glasses on showing that like, oh yeah, the game is still super popular and everyone's still playing it. It's like,
I get it.
Not
It feels
really.
it also feels that a lot of the community. It's either there's two ends to the spectrum. There's the people who've got dementia and still think the game is just still think it's 2020
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there's the other end of the well, no, I'd say there's three ends.
Mm.
There's all the way on the left. There's the people who are just in complete. This game is dead. Uh, I can't do this anymore. Depression mode. There's
Yeah.
people in the middle who are well, in the middle. They're not sure. They know the game's losing popularity, but they still think it's fun. Like say me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the people on the all the way over on the right who are like, it's still 2020. The game's only just came out. 8 million pre-orders, guys. Guys, please me. I don't know if it's 8 million. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I
But-
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the classic Doom community, they seem to be doing quite well for themselves quite a lot.
They've always been
Yeah, I
doing
know.
good.
It's been like 30 years nearly since the game came out, and it's still got a decently sized fan base.
Yeah.
Quake as well. Like QuakeCon, like have you seen some of the in-person events? It's insane that it's been so long since this game came out, and there's still loads of people hauling their PCs to Texas to hook them all up and have death matches.
Yeah. It's really nuts. Like those communities are. It's crazy how they're still going.
Yeah.
Um.
I think I need to do more classic Doom videos actually. I really 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 like those games.
They're fun.
Like-
They're really fun. Yeah.
I don't think it's as much of like there's some old games that I play and it's kind of more of a novelty for me.
Mhm.
That they're there. Like Duke Nukem, it's not really my favorite of the older games, but it's fun. It's more of a novelty to go back and play it. And like the old Fallout games, they're not FPS games, but it's the same kind of feeling. Whereas with the original Doom games, it feels like I could play them forever, and I could because there's so many mods for them. But
Yeah, dude, the mods just make it live so much longer as well.
yeah, yeah, and it just feels like the original Doom games are so gameplay wise, so like sound, and even visually, like they're old games, but the way the visuals are done, it's almost timeless.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I'd say something like the Quake 1 isn't so timeless because it's early 3D graphics, whereas the original Doom, you can tell it's old, you can tell when it's from, but you don't care because it looks nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, they're gonna be fucking making videos for decades to come. I can imagine. Like that game
Yeah.
is just crazy how it's still going.
It's going to be 50 years from now, and ModDB is still going to have Brutal Doom as the Game of the Year winner. They're not
Yeah.
going to update it for the next 50 years.
Probably not. Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah. So we keep kind of going on a tangent off what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, but so for the people who like because I know you said there are people who like, oh, there's no content, but they just need to be more creative, like Alston, like you said.
Yeah, Alston's a really good YouTuber. He's very creative with his videos.
Yeah, I know. He's great. But when I like for people who just personally are tired of the game and want to branch out, is a really weird relationship I feel like there is with the fans. Like for
Yeah,
Under the Mail, for example, like I don't even want to consider him a DoomTuber anymore. He's just a
Yeah, I
YouTuber
wouldn't.
who that's one of his favorite games. That's it,
Mhm.
right? But it feels like there's always this weird like I said, like the people who still have like the glasses on, like, oh, the game's still like super popular and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like there's this weird hint of just that, like after every video, I feel like he's almost tired of it. I feel bad for the people who've moved on to like other things, as
Yeah.
maybe they'll still occasionally make videos on Doom, but they've moved on from it and done other things. Like people always mention like, hey, yo, when's the Doom content coming out? When's the new Doom video and all that stuff? It's like just no, like
yeah,
they've moved on. It's like, yes, that's a very, they really like that game. It's like, how many YouTubers out there who their favorite game is, I don't know, like Silent Hill 2 or something? They don't constantly make Silent Hill 2 videos.
yeah.
They just
Like,
like
say,
the game.
For instance, Halo Reach is one of my favorite games ever made, and I could make a video on it one day, but I'm never gonna make videos on Halo Reach for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as long as I can, I'm gonna make Doom videos as much as I can for as long as I can, because it's one of my favorite franchises, and I genuinely love making videos on it.
Mhm.
But I say Doom Eternal, that game in specific, I don't think I can do that game forever.
Yeah,
No,
I
Like,
don't think
it'll
anyone
be-
could.
Yeah, like it'll be when the next Doom game comes out, or even that I can do classic Doom videos. There's an infinite supply for them. I can do that forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't think I can do it forever.
Mhm.
It's like I've said multiple times, because I know there will be someone who gets angry at me saying this. 'Cause you always get that feeling when someone says something like this about something you like.
Yeah.
I can't do it forever. I will try for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm saying I'm gonna stop now, or it's like I'm not stopping at all.
Mhm.
There's a lot more I can do, but
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
agree.
people don't understand the reality of YouTube and YouTubers, because they're just normal people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the case with most celebrity-based careers, are like
yeah,
careers that need an audience. You can't do that one thing forever because it's gonna get dated, right?
Mhm.
There's always gonna
Yeah.
be something new, and you got at some points you got to move on.
yeah.
Agreed. No, yeah, I
There, there,
agree.
there will always be a niche for that thing, but
Mhm.
it will never be as big as it used to be.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's a case of, like I said, people moving on, and then it's almost like people don't want to accept that. It's like, no, what do you you're still a Doom tuber. You just happen to making, other videos,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's, again, I like that game. The game's great. It's one of my favorite games, but I'm just gonna make other videos. Like,
It seems like in the circle for Doom YouTubers, there's been a lot of that. And there's a lot of Doom YouTubers who have just stopped completely
Yeah.
with YouTube. And I kind of, in a way, I feel bad for them, because I personally think anybody who gets the chance for something like this should continue it,
hmm
because it can be great for your future.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I mean, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. That's the thing.
yeah.
So
No, yeah, again, I agree. Man, it's sort of turning almost like
yeah,
depressing in a sense.
I know.
It's reality. It's not
Yeah,
depressing.
yeah,
We're
you're
going
right.
deep in YouTube and psychology behind YouTube.
We're being
Yeah.
woke right now.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. But my eyes are like open 3 times wider than normal.
Yeah, my third eye opened up from this. So.
I think they're glowing a little bit actually. But yeah, no, that's great how you have like that mindset, that like you have a very good outlook on your quote unquote job right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's really good. Very good.
Yeah.
Me and my £2 a month.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
What?
Yeah. Rolling money.
Oh,
Woo! Could maybe
Yeah, but the
buy.
fact they're at least getting stuff, that
That's
says something
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I don't make only £2 a month, but I'm not gonna say what I make.
$4 billion, am I right?
Yeah, no, I make more money than Dream, you know.
I knew.
I'm
Oh,
just
I
rich.
knew it. I knew it. Dream.
Completely rich.
He is Dream in disguise.
What should it be, that one person who's just completely oblivious watching this podcast? It just takes it like completely serious. Like, he makes more money than Dream.
No way, dude. I knew id Software was paying him.
Yeah, no, I get monthly checks from id Software to shill for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually.
I sold my
actually
soul to
hate
Hugo Martin.
Doom and everything. You're being forced to do this.
Yeah, no, I actually hate this franchise. I wish I didn't have to make it. I'd much prefer make Fortnite videos.
Exactly. Yeah. All this goes back to Fortnite. I knew it.
I need to be quiet. I need to be quiet unless he hears me, but I'm actually in Texas in Hugo Martin's basement.
Oh shit!
No.
I need to be
Someone
quiet,
help.
because if he hears me, he's gonna come down here and he's gonna take my phone off me.
Shit. Okay. Send me your coordinates.
You'll
I'll try to
lose
get
your
you out of there.
bathroom privileges for the month if he finds out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's I
Right.
just all I'll say is I knew it. I knew it from the start.
He makes me play with only a keyboard for a month if I talk about it.
Oh God. Yeah, you gotta use
Make it
the
even
arrow
worse.
keys.
Horror.
Um. Okay. So yeah, no, that's a really long tangent. That was great.
I know.
That is
This is
absolutely excellent.
this is getting weird now.
Well, yeah, but no, it's
Don't worry,
that
it's
was.
it's called crazy talk for a reason.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've talked about way weirder stuff. Don't you worry.
Hugo Martin's probably already hired an assassin by the time this is up, so
Yeah, I would imagine he's probably actually breathing down your neck. I'd look around.
I
Yeah.
get taken to court for slander.
Yeah, high profile celebrity who makes $4 billion a month. Beans.
Oh,
Oh, he's gone.
yep. No, this is a trend with him. He just loves to like cut in and out every now and then.
Hugo
Oh, yeah.
Martin gone.
Oh
Hugo
no,
Martin gone.
got him.
Sorry, man. I went blackout for a second. I think you.
Did you have something to drink or eat recently? I don't know if you snuck something in there.
Oh, yeah, they shouldn't have had that fruit punch.
Shit. Uh, but Oh yeah. So anyway,
Anyway,
let's move on to the next question. What should I have here? Oh, something I wanted to bring up is that you made a video about quantum TV, correct?
oh yeah, him.
What's your whole opinion on that shabacle?
um, I mean, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit of a weird situation. I've not been keeping up with it as much recently, but he's he's kind of nuts. To be honest, I think he's kind of mental.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, like there was a guy who commented this on the video when I first made it, and I disagreed at the time. But I think at the point it's gone to now, he should probably be locked up.
Maybe, yeah. It's gotten a little
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Like imagine someone making a video on you, having you in the video for like 5 seconds in an Elden Ring video, and then going and finding their mum's phone number
Oh,
and phoning them about it.
it's like, yeah,
What?
dude. Not to mention his ideals are so just
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
Fucked. Have you? Okay, but to relate to this topic, have you seen his Discord post? Have you seen that Discord message he sent?
No.
Oh, good. Because I want to read it to you so badly here. Let me pull it up here. Have it in my files. So I don't remember the context. I believe the context of this post was, well, it wasn't like a post. He he was in a Discord server, and
Yeah.
he messaged this. I think it was related to like another YouTuber making like a video about like a TV review. And you know that show Lucifer?
So, not really.
Okay, you don't need to,
Is
but
it, is
like,
it not on Netflix? Is that not one on Netflix?
it is on
It's on
Netflix. You're
Netflix.
correct. Yeah. So like it's not that important. It's just point is like it's
Yeah.
a show just called Lucifer, and that's, you know, when you're reviewing a TV, you want to have something on the TV. And this one YouTuber just happened to pick that show just to have on in the background while he's changing the settings and whatnot on a TV because he's reviewing the TV, right?
Yeah.
And he went, so Quantum TV, I think it was in his Discord. He just let me just read it. So this is Quantum TV. Quote, I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me. It's obvious most of these other reviewers, like Stop the FOMO, Digital Trends, and HDTV Test, are Satanists in disguise. Every time I've seen one of their videos, you can tell they're trying to brainwash the masses into their gay, liberal, satanic, atheist agenda. 1 minute someone could be watching Stop the FOMO, and the next minute they start having anal sex with their dads, doing coke,
Yeah,
and
that has to be it.
trying to conjure demons with satanic rituals. Satanic influence isn't a joke. It was obvious. It was obvious already when Stop the FOMO ended up using the Lucifer logo to praise Satan, and claimed he was
Jesus
just testing
Christ.
for blooming. God, I hate atheists with their satanic rituals. Every one of these people are going to hell and suffer for eternity. They need an ass kicking from some Christians. And all the troll comments from Satanic atheists are getting banned. All the satanic gay atheist people accusing me of being a coward for deleting my video. I only had to delete them because of YouTubers' gay agenda instead of people getting upset at me. Why don't they just let me be? Because they are heterophobic, anti-Christian pieces of shit. I don't want to participate in the anal sex the liberal people tell me to. Remember to stay strong in the faith of Christ who died for our sins. God loves you and will prosper. End
I
quote.
I can't exactly remember how the quote went, but it was Gandhi who said that he wishes Christians were more like Jesus.
I yeah, I think Gandhi was right there.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
goodness.
I don't even think this guy's like a religious supremacist at this point. I just think he's nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I just
like
think he's just, I think the act man having him in his video for about like 10 seconds, he just snapped. He just went mental. He went full Joker. He lives in a society now.
I know. It just like it's such a weird reaction to it because he made he made an objectively bad Elden Ring review. It was very biased in the fact that he was just not he just didn't have a good time with the game, but yet he said objectively, "Oh, the game's shit" because I'm terrible at it, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, Ackman made a video about it, talking about, like, hey, this is a really weird review. Here's a little bit of footage to, basically prove what I'm saying. And then he
Yeah.
freaks out. He's like, "No, I'm taking down your video and all this." And that." Yeah, so you're right when he just had like a mental breakdown when he just sees himself in a video for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I do think it's the same thing with when you mentioned earlier Upper Echelon Gaming with his Doom Eternal review. To a lesser extent with Upper Echelon, but he kind of went a bit nuts after that as well.
Yeah, definitely to a lesser extent, because that guy,
Yeah,
whew,
Jesus.
it's going
I
to.
do think my favorite thing to come out of this whole situation is the fact that Mischief went from like 12k subs
Yeah,
to 158,000.
That was great. Wait, he's
Jesus.
at 150 now?
Yeah, 158,000.
Let's
Like it was literally
go!
like overnight.
Let's
Overnight.
go! Let's go, man. Because I remember,
Wow.
wasn't it? Yeah, Ackman himself was like, hey, give him. Let's see if we can get Mischief more subscribers than Quantum TV overnight. Boom.
This guy has uploaded 4 videos in the past month, and he's got 624,000 views.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's just in the last month.
That's
let's
insane.
Go.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's
Like-
teamwork.
Like he's just had the rest of his life set up for him. I think I heard someone mention he was like 17. He has just had the rest of his life set up.
Yeah, if he can
Like,
stay
he does not- he
consistent,
doesn't
he's
need-
good.
Like if he stays relevant, he does not need to work. Like
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
He is good.
That's fucked, man. That's awesome. That's really great.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
like where's my shout from the Act Men?
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
come on.
Don't
have to do
leave me hanging like that.
Get Quantum TV to like, freak out on you, and then
Yeah. No, maybe I'll go start internet beef with like Quantum TV or
I'll just
or
review a
someone.
TV.
yeah, yeah. Make sure to put Lucifer in the background.
Of
I'll
course.
I'll review a TV. I'll put Doom gameplay in the background. I'll wait.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That might be a bit far, you know.
He's not gonna like that.
They'll burn my house down.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Wait,
Probably stop talking about him. Oh, you might get copyright strike.
True. He's just like scouring the internet for like even like small like podcast creators to see if his name.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
he's
feel
the
like
type of
I'm-
guy to be like sniffing his keyboard and just looking for it.
Yeah. I'm going to check if I have any copyright claims on that video. Actually,
Oh,
That's a good idea.
imagine. That'd be fucked.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
That would have been terrible.
Before I made the video, I went and read up on copyright law in the UK because it's different to America.
Yeah.
And completely safe. I just couldn't use any pictures of him or any of his stuff in the video. So I purposely went out of my way to not show literally anything from him, any of his audio, any of his pictures. Because if he does if he does try to file a copyright strike or claim, and I refute it, he can't do anything about it.
Good. Wait,
Yeah.
what about the thumbnail?
I reversed the picture, I flipped it around, and I like burned the vibrance as much as I could. So I don't know if that'd count.
I see. Okay, yeah, that should be. Yeah, I think you're safe. Hopefully.
Mm.
Watch him watch this, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, he just nukes my channel.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes. No, I like can't do that, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I feel like with what he's doing now, if he ever went for you, I feel like the retaliation from the good-hearted people out
yeah.
there would definitely help you.
Yeah.
I think like I think this is one of the rare cases where I agree that he probably should be banned.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think he's
Like
he's just a very bad copyright abuser. I think that's what it is.
typically, no, usually it doesn't matter the situation for me. I don't think banning is right,
Hmm.
but in this case, probably.
Yeah, it's one of
Because
the few.
I usually look at it from the perspective of how would I feel if I got banned? How would I feel if all my work went to nothing? But this is a different situation. Because this guy's he's
He's
not there in the
abusing it,
head.
yeah.
He needs help. So
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and
Yeah,
that's what
plus
leads us.
bad.
what he's done is illegal. So
Yeah, that too. Not to mention, like it's just not a good situation at all, like whatsoever. Like morally, legally, it just not good.
Yeah.
he's also threatened to dox people as well.
Yeah,
Like imagine being so sad that you threaten a 17-year-old kid over the internet over an Elden Ring video.
Jesus.
got me fucked up.
Yeah.
I still can't believe he called. Was it Actman's mom?
Yeah, no, he phoned her.
Why?
It's
Like,
mad.
what are you gonna
Like,
do?
why would you go out of your way to do something like that? I get he was trying to scare the Actman to delete the video, but why something like that? That's too far.
Yeah, I agree. It's just stupid at that point.
Yeah.
He's just a case that comes about every now and then, just really almost like either insecure or crazy or both, and
Yeah.
just a copyright abuser. That's all it is.
I,
It's like, oh, you can't show
I,
me anywhere.
I would say he's probably just more on the crazy side. Like
Oh
he's like
yeah,
literally. He's like, what happens? You know the video where it's like, mother, why can't I stay up on a school night to gaming? There are
Yeah.
skills
yeah,
that CS:GO teaches you. Like it's like if you let that kid continue down that path,
pretty
Yeah.
this is
much.
where they end up.
Yeah,
They actually end up being Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. No, I agree. It just, oh man, it's just terrible. Just what a bad situation
yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Really
Part
disappointing.
of me, part of me thinks he's not even mad about it. Part of me just thinks that he just likes just messing with people. Like he just
Maybe.
does it on purpose. Because
Uh,
every time he gets called out, he always makes a massive deal out of it. He copyright strikes him, and it's always a massive deal about it.
I don't
So
know. I feel like he has a lot of passion in it.
yeah,
Like
it also does seem like he's got a really small ego,
that too. Yeah.
fragile ego even.
Yeah, that doesn't help. We're big
Mhm.
ego but fragile. Big
Yeah,
yet
yeah,
fragile.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just a really terrible situation. I just can't get over that Discord message, man. That's going down in the history
Dude,
books.
that sounded like it was a joke, but I
It's
know it
not.
wasn't.
It's not.
I
Like,
know. I
that's
know.
the
Sounded
sad
like it
part.
sounds like satire, but it isn't.
Yeah.
That's the really sad part. The fact that like, nope, he is 100% serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's really bad, yeah. But I mean,
Some people.
I'm glad you also made a video on it. Just like the more awareness, the better
Yeah.
about like this crazy motherfucker. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's good and all. But yeah, just wanted to get like I guess a follow up on your opinion on that. And I mean, understandably, it's remained the same. He's still a crazy
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll make any more videos on him because I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going a bit far with the situation now.
Yeah,
With
I think
threats of
that's
doxing and stuff. I think I'm just gonna stay away.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Um, Alrighty then. Well, that's good about that. I guess another thing I wanted to bring up is like who made, or unless you did it yourself, who made that icon of yours, the Beansprout Slayer?
Oh, that logo. Well, it was actually a fan of mine in my Discord, and
Cool.
it was fan art. It was drawn in pencil at first, and I thought it was really cool. And then it must have been like a week or two later, I messaged the guy and I was like, "Do you remember that drawing you did? Can you please do it in like digital so I could use my profile picture?" And he said,
Yeah.
"Yeah." And the guy's name was Aflox. It was really, really good. I can't draw anything like this.
Yeah, no,
Wow, yeah, that's awesome.
I have the same situation. I have a friend who's a very talented artist. He even like sells some of his art, like he does custom
Yeah.
shoes and portraits and whatnot. And I just cannot draw for the life of me. My handwriting is
Yeah.
hard enough to read.
Yeah, like, I can't even draw stick men straight. Like,
Yeah,
My handwriting's not even like doctor's handwriting where you can't read it. It's like Martian. It's like if we
Yeah.
found Martians in a cave. It's like how they perceive English.
yeah, same.
caveman drawings for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, like,
I might as well write in like Egyptian like hieroglyphics.
yeah, like I don't know if it was the same case for you, Colin, but the reason our school gave us a laptop, and the reason they gave me the laptop is because my printing was so bad. So they wanted me to
Oh,
print
yeah,
everything,
same here.
like to type everything.
it's a really odd thing. So, Beansprout, let me give you a little history on this. So, back when me and TJ here, we've been friends since like elementary school, very long time. But
Oh.
so did it? Okay, no. For me, it started in high school, and it just our school system. We're in Canada, by the way. I mentioned that, and
Yeah.
our school system is really weird because you're bad. We were really bad at handwriting. We had horrible handwriting issues and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
any sane person, what is the way to get better at handwriting?
Do it more.
Do more
Yeah.
handwriting.
Just do it.
You know what they did instead?
What does it do?
They're like, hey, let's give them a laptop so they never have to handwrite again. So,
Wait until the day you have to like. Just wait until the day you have to like handwrite a letter or something.
oh no.
Oh, I've had to, and it
Yeah, it's like, especially like,
like my
Go ahead.
handwriting can be good, but I would have to spend like half an hour to just write the page, so like
Yeah.
focus on like making it like like in illegible.
Yeah, it's I agree because like especially like for jobs where I get like paid in cash and whatnot, I have to like write a little note like, oh, I got paid by this person, blah blah blah. My handwriting for that when I sign it, it just looks like a kindergartner just wrote his name. Call win. It's so bad. Oh
Yeah.
goodness. But it's just a really weird thing. Speaking of weird things in Canada, you know what's the weirdest law we have in my opinion?
No, what's that?
So that would be the fair fight law. And the fair fight law goes, well, I don't know the exact definition, but I'll give you an example. So say if you are, you're walking down the street and, for some reason you have a gun on you, right? You're carrying a
Yeah.
weapon. And someone in that alleyway says, hey, I'm going to stab you now, and starts charging at you with a knife. If you shoot him, you're going to jail because it wasn't a fair fight.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's
know.
so
But-
dumb.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm right on this, so don't quote me on this. But I'm pretty sure here, or like most places with assault, if someone punches you, and say you block the punch and punch them back, you'll get done for assault.
Yeah, that's I remember.
That is something
It's-
I just don't understand
It's
why.
so dumb.
It's self-defense. Like you're not gonna, like it's like if you go into a fight, it's like you let them punch you in the face first.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Like, what are you gonna
let
do? Like,
them
you can't
do
just
that? No,
you
yeah.
can just
You-
dodge
you don't
them
just-
until they stop fighting.
yeah,
Like,
you're not just gonna block the punch and run.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
no.
Yeah, I know. It's like, again, when it comes to like people saying like, "Oh, just run, just run." It's like if you can, sure, but you can't always run.
Yeah.
'Cause
I think
that's
I'm a
always the
big-
case.
I'm a big advocate for martial arts.
Same here.
Now it's really turning into Joe Rogan, but like, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that at least well, just everyone at some point should do at least some kind of martial art
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for some amount of time.
That's you know what I was thinking about that. Like I imagine if like school systems, you don't have to have like mandatory gym.
Yeah,
Well, I imagine like that was just replaced with like Muay Thai or something.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
that'd
I think-
help a lot of
In our
people.
in our high school, we did have those self-defense courses, but
You had to pay for those though.
no, we got. What do you mean, Colin? We took them together. In
Yeah,
gym.
we had to pay for them. I don't know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
what?
Yes, they were like $40.
Oh, okay. I don't remember paying for them.
We did. We'd have to pay for
I-
them.
I've done jujitsu for nearly 7 years,
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
I think doing martial arts makes you. Because the thing is, the reason why schools won't teach stuff like this, like self-defense properly, like in mandatory classes, is because it's always the excuse of, well, the kids will start fighting more, and
Yeah.
maybe if it's like,
Yeah.
maybe it's like, I don't know what it's called in Canada, but we have primary school, and maybe if it's like that, sure, the kids are gonna go and punch each other. But say it's a high school, I'd say learning martial arts and that kind of stuff makes you way less prone to fight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
100%.
I don't want to fight people. Like, because the thing is, it's such, like, say getting punched in the face. It's such a humbling experience.
Yeah, yeah,
And
100%.
you never know, like in the modern day, you never know what someone's trained in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Like-
what they
like-
what weapon they have or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the UK, we don't really have to worry about guns,
Yeah.
but like the knife joke that a lot of people in America especially have, it's valid.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind
there's a
of-
reason why that joke exists.
Mhm.
So
Like I remember there was like videos of like London, gangsters talking about like, oh yeah, I carry around this machete here, and this is my baby. It's like a huge, giant kitchen knife or something like that.
that ain't a knife. I've got a katana in the back of my room.
Oh hell
Let's
yeah,
go.
that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like that argument, it's like, oh, if you teach a bully how to fight, you're just gonna use that. It's like, no, usually
No, they won't.
not.
No,
Yeah.
like I've got a few friends who do jujitsu with me, and I have never seen any of them get into a fight ever.
Yeah.
And even like I've been very very few fights,
Yeah,
like ever.
yeah,
Mhm.
I know. It's like you saying that like getting punched in the face is very humbling. I feel like that's the two reasons, or sorry, I should say three, that or I don't know, the few reasons that anyone wants to pick a fight is one, they have a fragile ego. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's the main thing. That's always the big one.
mhm.
They want to look tough.
Like especially or like you have those kids, like I remember this fucking TikTok I saw, this kid's like walking and he's like in the captions like, dude, I just wish someone would swing at me so I could let out all this anger, dude. Like,
Like
come
just
on.
join like a boxing gym or do some
Yeah,
kind of martial
yeah,
art. Like
yeah,
just
yeah.
do anything. Like just do any martial art and you can let that anger out.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But
And you learn to respect the person you're fighting as well doing the martial arts.
Yeah.
I agree. I think martial arts are just like a very
Yeah.
I think what's the saying? It's like well, it sort of makes sense here. Like oh no, this makes sense. Like a well-trained society is a very polite one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the thing is like everyone I know who does jujitsu they're such kind people. Like
Yeah.
there's always like that one guy that no one likes training with because he just goes out of his way to hurt you. But
Yeah.
everyone else is just so nice. Like for martial art where they teach you how to snap someone's arm on the floor, everyone's so kind.
Yeah, and I know it's because you'd think it'd be like really like angry people. It's like
Yeah,
like,
like,
fucking
you see a
bell
lot-
in the background.
see-
It's like no,
See a lot with like it's a bit of a generalization, but you see a lot with a lot of other sports, especially football. I find where it's very violent with the fans, or some people
true.
just like I know people who do football a lot. It's like their life. It's their whole personality, and they're just horrible people. Some of
yeah.
them,
I mean, how many
like not a
football players,
generalization
like-
of all football players. Like
Yeah.
everyone who plays football, but there's a lot of people like that. Whereas everyone I know who does jujitsu,
Yeah.
everyone I know who does martial arts, are genuinely really nice people. So
Mhm. Yeah, no, I 100% agree, especially when I did kickboxing and Muay Thai. When I went to those places, like everyone there is like super kind. And
yeah, because they don't have anything to prove. Like
exactly, yeah. Like I think that's a big thing that martial arts does. It makes you discover like what you're capable of.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I know that I like say like I it's like there's some people in some of my classes, for instance, who are a lot bigger than me, but I've seen them like my school has a gym in it, and I've seen them use the boxing bag and stuff. I know their technique is terrible, and now it sounds like I've got a bit of an ego on me here, but part of me knows that if they tried to hit me, I'd at least be able to get away without getting seriously hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the one thing that's the thing with a lot of people who go around starting fights. They don't know martial arts. They don't know anything like this. It's more of the I want to fight someone because I want to prove that I'm tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas most people who do martial arts, they know that they could win the fight. They don't need to prove anything, so they don't fight anyone.
Yeah. No, I agree. And going back to like the getting punched, humbling, makes you
Yeah.
destroys that fragile ego of yours. I'm sort of like a living example because not that I was like some fucking bully, like big bully. Like, I'm not even like I'm like 5'9". I'm not even like
Yeah.
anything threatening. But I just used to always think like, oh yeah, I mean, I could beat someone up, and I was a really like aggressive kid. And then
Yeah.
I joined kickboxing and Muay Thai. First time I got punched in the face, I'm like, okay.
It hurts, doesn't it? People don't understand how much getting hit in the nose hurts. It
Oh.
hurts so bad.
Yeah, I know, and especially one
know.
time, like, well, thankfully, like, in kickboxing, like, the best part is, it's like during like Muay Thai or kickboxing, I'd never get like punched like bare knuckle to
Yeah.
the face. Like, it was usually like I had a pad up to my head, or it was like accidental, like, oh, it slipped a little bit and brushed my face, and even that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna avoid fights, but I'm still gonna learn how
Yeah.
to do it just in case.
Yeah.
We don't do much striking in jiu-jitsu,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's
well,
grappling.
we do some. We know how to punch. We get taught like correct form and stuff.
Yeah.
Like now, if I went into a striking fight against, say, someone who does kickboxing, and it was only striking, I'd probably lose. But say it was grappling, we do a lot of grappling, and now if the person you're training with hurts you by accident, usually it's oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right away.
I know that's a few times like I've thrown a kick at someone and like their pad like hit them and I'm like, oh, you good? Or
Yeah.
vice versa. Like I think I remember one time we were like in Muay Thai you have like the grappling where you like hold the back of their neck and like you like just practice like being able to knee them and elbow them from that point.
Yeah.
And someone accidentally like actually kneed me and he's like, oh, you good? Like it's just a very kind environment.
I think the two worst places to get hit, like in terms of like being awake when you get hit and still being awake after not getting knocked out or killed or anything, the two worst places to get hit is right in the nose, right in the middle of your face,
Yep.
and the solar plexus in the center of your chest, like that kind of area.
'Cause it's like
That
super
is
thin.
so painful.
Yeah.
You get hit there, you just can't breathe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. You get the wind knocked out of you. And not to mention, like, it's, like, if someone's, like, their technique is good and they've been training long enough, like, it's not that hard to break if they get a solid hit, because it's a really thin piece right in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
think-
it's not fun.
I think the thing is with jiu-jitsu especially is that smaller guys are usually the ones who beat you because
Yeah,
like
Yes.
someone like me, for instance, compared to other people around my age who do jiu-jitsu, I'm like average size and I can use my strength more, whereas there's some of the smaller guys who they just win like instantly, just so fast, and you don't even know what's happened because
Next
they're
thing you know,
so
you're on the
small.
ground, yeah.
Yeah, they're so small they just slither around you, and the next thing you know, you're just in a choke and just tapping out. Like, and those people always have the best technique because they're so much smaller they can't use their strength.
Yeah,
That's something I absolutely love about the sport.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
there's always like you see some skinny little guy like he couldn't hurt a fly. He looks like walking down the street, and if you tried to fight him, you could be the biggest guy ever, and he could still probably beat you unless you're like Noel Dazel, that bodybuilder, yeah, the
Yeah,
really big guy.
Yeah, unless you're like
Unless
so,
you're him.
so big you can't, like your muscles prevent you from getting choked. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, no, I feel like grappling is really probably the best option for like people of a smaller stature who are thinner. It's
Yeah.
like that's where they shine, man. That
Yeah.
really is where they shine.
If you know grappling and you're on the floor, and the other person you're fighting doesn't know grappling, in my opinion at least, it's almost an instant win because most people
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
how to fight on the floor. Like
Yeah,
the floor
yeah,
is a really difficult place to fight on.
Yeah, that's true.
I think like like if it's like MMA, if you have someone who's like very good at jiu-jitsu and someone who's very good at like I don't know, like boxing, kickboxing, etc., like
Yeah.
striking martial art, I feel like not that the striking person's gonna lose every time, and it just depends on their skill, but I think the grappler has an inherent advantage.
Yeah,
I think in 1v1s, grappling will always win. The problem is with grappling is like God forbid there's more than one person. then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's something that's really difficult
Piled
fighting
on
more than one
top of.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, just grab both of them at the same time. Perfect. But yeah, because like
two arm bars at once.
oh, that'd be nutty. Because yeah, the thing is, it's like while you're getting down to try and do an armbar, it's like, oh, the other guy's just gonna curb stomp you. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I think
leaving
there's
yourself
also
open.
there's a lot of misconception because I don't do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I do Japanese jiu-jitsu,
Oh,
and there's a difference between them.
oh, what are
'Cause,
the major differences?
From what I've seen, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is more for competition and stuff,
Mhm.
and it is the more popular nowadays
Yeah,
because of people like Joe Rogan and stuff.
yeah,
And it seems more like it's for competition. And if you were strictly learning for self-defense, I think I'd go like the two martial arts I do for self-defense. I've never done kickboxing, but it seems for striking, it seems like the best one because it's a kind of a mix of everything from what I've seen. I wouldn't do karate because once again, more for competitions nowadays. And then for grappling stuff, I'd probably do Japanese jiu-jitsu because the difference is that Brazilian jiu-jitsu is mostly for competitions from what I've seen, and then Japanese jiu-jitsu was made to fight wars. That's the samurai would use that to fight wars. That's why I have a katana. You have to use it for your black belt grading.
damn,
Oh,
really?
okay.
That's fucking
Awesome.
sick.
So it's a difference that most people don't realize. I've just noticed how we went from talking about YouTube to copyright abuse to swords.
I don't know, but that's the
That-
beauty of a podcast, baby.
That's
You're
what
going
happens,
anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's no, that's actually really cool. I kind of want to delve into that a bit. So, I mean, like, I know you haven't had experience with BJJ, but like, is there any, I guess, like, could you? So I know the major differences you said is like, one's competition, one's actually
Yeah.
made for like,
And-
submitting the other person or sort of thing.
BJJ is more BJJ from what I've seen is almost entirely grappling.
Yeah.
In Japanese jiu-jitsu we do from what like I'm not too familiar with BJJ from what I've heard at least because I don't want to get this wrong, but from what I've heard it's not as much like there's barely any striking throws or anything
from what
anything
I've
like that.
seen as well, and I've researched it a decent bit, and yeah, it doesn't seem like there's very little to any striking.
Whereas the amount of times I've been punched in Japanese jiu-jitsu, I can't count it. There's a lot of punches. There's a lot of stuff with nerves as well. Nerves is nasty. Oh, it's horrible. Because my sensei completely just destroyed my shoulder the other day.
Ooh.
Because he walked over, was doing a technique, and he just sticks his thumb into the nerve in my shoulder, and I couldn't lift my arm properly.
Shit,
After
yeah.
that,
So
It's
it's a more diverse
Yeah.
version of like grappling. Like
yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
It's primarily grappling, but there's a lot more as well
There's more to
so
it.
that
I
goes
see.
into it. Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. I have to look into that more. That's
and
really
and actually one of the bases for it is that when you get to using weapons, like we do use weapons every now and then, like, but not really, not loads.
yeah.
The katana is kind of mandatory at a certain point, but a lot when you really look at it, a lot of the techniques build off of the katana, even the stance. So in traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, you stand with the right leg forward, in like a southpaw stance, and that's how you meant to That's how you meant to stand when you have a sword
Really?
or a katana. Yeah, and you always have to carry it with your right. You can't use it with your left,
Oh.
and your right leg's always forward because of that. And a lot of the technique in Japanese jiu-jitsu, if you look closely into it, a lot of it is mostly just to get the sword back. If someone steals your sword, you can use a lot of normal hand-to-hand techniques to get it back.
Huh.
And there's a lot of sneaky tricks that we do. We've done some stuff defending from someone trying to steal your sword, for instance. Like if they grab it, say you swing the sword and they grab your wrist, you can grab their thumb and you can crush it against the side of the sword,
That's
and it's really painful.
Hmm.
So I think there's a lot of history behind it. It's interesting, I find.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I don't know. So the traditional way is you're supposed to be southpaw, always.
Well, for Japanese jiu-jitsu, yes, but I prefer, like, it's kind of muscle memory to go southpaw, but I prefer standing with my right leg because I'm right hand with my left leg forward even because I'm right-handed, and typically the arm is that's further away usually goes further when you punch someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm right-handed. I prefer standing my left forward because of that.
Mhm. I'm a really
But
weird, like, ambidextrous mix because some things I prefer right-handed, others not, and some things I can do with both. Like, I can throw a ball with my right and left hand, but
oh, I can't for the life of me.
but actually,
I'm
believe it or not, I have a Boken here with me. I got one a while
A
ago.
what?
A Boken?
Sorry, I've never heard of that.
Oh,
You
Boken
have
is
to
like a
explain.
wooden katana for training.
Oh yeah, I've used those before. Sorry, I didn't know the name of them.
Oh, it's okay. So I have one, and it's funny because my preferred stance is my right hand over top my left hand with my right foot out. Like it's a really weird
Yeah, the
mix of everything.
because think of it this way: the right hand is kind of what puts the power into the swing, and then the left hand is like an accelerator. You pull that
Yeah,
back when you swing like a fishing rod.
exactly. Yeah, it's a push and pull
Yeah,
type deal.
and and we get taught a lot to kind of use gravity, like weight of the sword, because they don't look it, but they're kind of top heavy.
Oh
So
yeah, no, I
we get
remember
taught to
hearing that. Yeah.
use that weight from the top
Mhm.
instead of just putting force and tensing your arms and stuff when you swing. Kind of put the weight into it.
Yeah.
It's actually surprising as well because it builds up your shoulders quite a lot using the
Oh
sword.
yeah, no, 100%. When I've like obviously I'm not like super well trained, but I've sort of kind of learned to swing it around the boken. And yeah, after a while, yeah, your shoulders start to burn.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I have a really weird obsession with like I guess weapons because I have machetes, hatchets, tomahawks, axes, you name it.
Well, I know I'm not going to Canada anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, don't come around my house, man. I'll
You might as well live in London at this point.
Yeah, I'd be
It's not
perfect there.
even
I'd
gonna
fit in
work.
really well.
Yeah.
Like I'll have a bunch of those, and I've learned to like do like a cool side flip while swinging it and all that stuff. And I've noticed for the most part, yeah, when you're swinging it, it's your shoulders doing like the
Yeah.
big like brunt of the work
I'd be
because
I'd be terrified of doing a flip with a sword. I'd be terrified of like stabbing myself with it or something.
oh yeah, no, I don't do it with any real swords
Yeah.
yet.
Like
So
my one's blunt, but even then I'd prefer not to stab myself.
yeah, that'd probably be preferable. Yeah, don't worry, I don't do it with no real swords yet. The most dangerous thing I've done, like a flip strike, whatever thing, is a hatchet and a machete. So nothing crazy yet. Um, but yeah, no, it definitely is shoulders and like because I used to do a lot of swimming, and like you see swimmers like they got really big
Yeah,
shoulders, but everything else is just like just kind of the
skinny.
ceiling. Yeah. Oh, and like I haven't done swimming in a long time, but that's how I've kept my sort of swimming shoulders is just by swinging shit around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really interesting. But I still can't get over that Japanese jiu-jitsu. That's really cool.
I don't have much. I've only like for the entire time I've trained, I've only ever went to one school for it, but so I haven't had much experience with any other schools. In my area, there's not any others that do Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's all karate around where I am
Karate
and
is
boxing.
just eh.
Karate is not my thing.
I feel
Like
like it.
it's got like just there's a certain vibe to karate that just makes me stay away from it.
I feel like it's almost like not to be a fucking redditor, but I feel like it's gotten too mainstream to the fact that I feel like a lot of like the senseis that teach it are just not great.
Good. They're not
Yeah.
good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they teach the kids, like again, I've done karate for a very short amount of time, so I don't know much about it. But from what I've seen and heard and whatnot, like the way they have like the stance, like your fist down at your side and the hi, it's like how does that translate super well to actually like throwing a punch? You're not gonna have your hands down your sides. You're gonna have your hands up, so you don't get so you
Yeah.
can quickly put your hands up to block anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you don't get socked in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not to mention, they don't tell you to like lift your foot up when you punch. It's like they tell you like, oh yeah, keep your feet flat and just twist your hips. It's like no, you got to use your legs to put more power into it.
Yeah.
Like it just seems weird.
We get told a lot of jujitsu when we punch. Kind of, this is something that I don't know if many other martial arts really do it, but we always get told to kind of let the weight of our arm go into it less than actually like, when you try to do a hard punch and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And when you just kind of relax and do it, it feels better. It feels like it had more power. We get
Yeah.
taught a lot like to do kind of just use gravity
Exactly.
and we get almost as if you're leaning forward, you're about to fall over,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but
A
not
good
to that
visual.
point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But close. Yeah, I think a good visualization I've been told is like imagine your fist as like the weight and your arm is just like not there and you just have to get the weight to
Yeah.
move forward because I mean like that's where you see like someone could be really big and muscular to do bodybuilding but like the technique is huge like muscle memory is a big part of that because
hmm
when you see those people go to throw a punch like they get really tense and they like swing super wide.
Yeah, they have a really, really wide swing.
Yeah, it's like yeah with all that weight yeah that's going to be decent power but it's not nearly as good as someone who's been practicing an actual punch.
Yeah, I don't. There's some just hook punches. I don't know why. There's always something about it. It just annoys me. Like, sure, if you're doing boxing and stuff, like, and you're actually good at it, it's understandable. But people who don't do any training, hook punches, they always get under my skin. It's another one of those things that just annoys me. It's a nitpick, but it just annoys me.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know how easy they are to block.
Oh, you could see him coming from a mile away. It
Yeah,
takes like 3 seconds to land. Yeah.
it's like kicks as well. Like you kind of have to you kind of have like the person you're fighting kind of has to not be able to see it coming for
Yeah,
a kick to work.
because kicks are only really like in like high tier like UFC type stuff. Kicks are only good for like if there's somehow an opening or if like you're just trying to get distance. It's not
Yeah, like
really you're not trying to like land knockouts with them that often.
in grappling, if you're trying to put someone to the floor, something I like to do a lot is just kick the back of their leg. But it's not really even then like a wide kick or a straight kick. It's literally just like tripping them up almost, but just with a
Yeah.
bit more force.
Like yeah, but like quick little kicks. Like I remember this really famous fight between this, a kickboxer and a guy who was really good Muay Thai. As the Muay Thai guy would wear down the guy's like front standing leg by just doing really quick kicks to his knee. And
Oh,
it's like something
that's
like that.
oh,
Something
that'd be
like
so
that
hard.
works, but like yeah, if like no one if they're even like halfway an amateur in any martial art, no one's gonna let you hit like a full like roundhouse kick to your head unless they're
Yeah,
exhausted or something.
Yeah.
yeah. Like I'm not a black belt yet. I am almost. I have what? So yeah, one more belt, and then I've got my black belt grading. I've been doing it for 7 years nearly, which is a long time. I would never try and roundhouse someone. I know how to do it, but I'd never do it in a fight because it's always going to end badly. The only way you can get a kick in like that is if they're completely distracted. Like it's
Yeah.
like if you purposely went to hit them, like they're on their phone or something. Yes,
Yeah.
you get it in. But like if you're in an actual fight, it's not going to work. They will grab your leg,
Yeah, they grab their
or
leg or just
or
like
they'll
move
just
their
hit
head
you.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Again, the only times I've seen roundhouse works is like there's somehow an opening or the other guy's like exhausted.
yeah.
That's it. That is it. And but at that point when someone's exhausted, I don't know if you've seen it. Like you could like tap their forehead and they'll fall over. Like you, I don't know why you're going for a roundhouse kick unless you're really trying to like just put them down. When they're
Yeah.
Yeah, like
exhausted, save your energy and just like throw a good like punch. Like that'll probably
yeah,
take
'cause,
them
like
down.
I guess there's a perspective of if you hit someone with a roundhouse in the side of the jaw, really good one, you could put them to sleep and the
Yeah,
fight will be
they're
over.
done. Yeah.
But for most people, like amateurs, like someone like me, that's not gonna happen. Like, sure, if you're like a professional UFC fighter and someone tries to fight you in the street, you can roundhouse them in the head, knock them out, and walk off.
Yeah.
But like most normal people would not be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, and I think the only other case, like well, it's not even really a roundhouse at that point, is like if you kick like their ribs. It's like, cause
Sidekick, yeah,
that's a bit quicker.
or not sidekick. Oh, it's a round kick, even. It's not a roundhouse, it's just a round. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like it's less distance from like, your foot to their ribs
yeah.
than it is your foot to their head. So like that's somewhat viable, especially if you hit them in the liver.
Oh yeah, the liver is such a bad place to get hit.
Yeah, it's
Or
rough.
the kidneys, the kidneys. Oh, you don't want to get hit there. It's because it's so painful.
I would
It's it,
imagine.
li- it like lingers. The pain lingers. Like you have to go and drink as much water as you can, as fast as you possibly can, or it's gonna hurt for the next like week.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like, and I've seen like liver Liver punches are nuts because it's like a
Yeah,
delayed knockout.
it's painful getting
Because
hit in that area.
the thing is, it's like in fights, especially in the UFC with that much adrenaline going on, it's like you're not gonna feel too much. But the beauty about a liver punch is that even if you don't feel the pain, it just shuts you down.
Yeah,
Like because
Yeah.
it's something to do with like your blood pressure gets so low that your body basically in an emergency just like okay lay down, like lay down. You have to get down because
some
you're gonna die.
there's some weird stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's to do with the nerves in your jaw. The reason that knocks you out, like, well, not the reason it knocks you out, but when you get hit there, it like if you don't get hit there hard enough to knock you clean out, it makes you like kind of dizzy. Not to the point, not just like the I need to regain my balance from being punched, as in like it genuinely makes you dizzy.
Yeah,
And I've seen people get hit there, and their pupils they go so big, and they just can't stand up properly. And you have to try and catch them before they fall over, if they get hit hard enough, and it's really painful. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you kind of don't feel it because it's just went numb all on your face.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. Nerves are a fickle mistress. They're really
Yeah,
weird.
the
But
one in the one in the Achilles is really bad.
yeah, it's really bad because like if I'm working out or anything and I go do something a bit too hard or whatever and I like maybe I'll get like a little strain on my tendon, like I'll feel that for days.
Yeah,
It's rough. It's really rough.
I
Um,
think one of the worst things as well with jujitsu is that I usually so I do it on Mondays and Saturdays, but on Fridays I usually do the hardest workout of the week. And whenever I get a punch blocked on the Saturday, the day after, it hurts so much more because my arms are sore.
yeah, it makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's well again, I just can't get over it. That's crazy. That's really cool how you do that. That's something I
Yeah,
never would have thought.
I think most people should do something like that. But
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I need to run to the toilet quickly. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Take your time, please.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
This is twice as happened now where the episode's been going on for so
Yeah,
long
it's
because it's
fucking
like
over 2 hours.
really great. I mean, this is great. Like I
Oh yeah, I mean,
every guest we've had has been excellent so
mhm.
far, and Mr. Sprout here, if you listen back to this, you are no exception. You have been a fucking
Oh
awesome
yeah.
guest. This is great.
Yeah, I've just kind of been like the guy in the back of the thing because
Hey man,
I know nothing about any of these topics. Like I'm not a huge Doom. Don't know much about Muay Thai
well
or
not Muay
like
Thai
martial arts.
specifically, but martial
Yeah.
arts.
Hmm.
Um, hey man, your moral support and spiritual support. I really like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You're
definitely.
you're
Okay,
great
well,
here.
he's going to the bathroom. I'm actually gonna go fill up my water.
Okay, got it.
I see. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi everyone. It's just me. How's it going? Um, yeah, no, this is one of the best episodes, period. This is probably one of my favorite to do. It's most fun. Um, hopefully, imagine the audio for this is bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably shed a tear. If the audio for this is bad or is messed up or something like that, I'm gonna not be very happy. I'm gonna tell you that. I will not be a happy boy, but this is a great episode. This is really great. Uh, man, this kind of reminds me of the time. If everyone remember episode, it was like 4 technical difficulties. It was 3 or 4. I had to do the last like 15 minutes of a podcast by myself. I talked about gorillas. Oh, still hate that argument. Oh, but what would happen if a gorilla just started give it a dumbbell? It's like, no, just shut up, please. I'm not getting back into that. If you thought I was, you're shit out of luck. I'm not doing that. Not ever again. Well, thank you. But this is this is great. There actually might be a new filler episode coming out, so stay around for that. That'll be really interesting. Um, but this is great. Also, this blister in my hand has been really bothering me this whole time, but it's fine because what's more important? Content, baby. If I ever see someone get into a car crash, I'm not helping them. I'm filming that content, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's always how it's gonna work. It's always how it's gonna be. This is a trend that my friend TJ here likes to pull, where he's like, "Oh, I'll be right back." He just never comes back. I wonder if that's gonna be the case here. If that's the case here, I'm gonna be very upset. But that's okay. Because, I mean, like, ah,
Hi.
speak of the devil.
What about me?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Sprout is not back yet. He is still
All right.
flushing out that,
Yeah.
no, that was you at a fruit punch.
Oh, yeah.
Something. Can't wait to ask him. What was,
Sorry about that. I am
Oh,
back.
hey, speak of the devil twice. There it is. Would you, what am I trying to say? Damn, bro, what'd you have to eat? That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Nice one.
No,
Well.
I mean, like, it was kind of a half-serious question.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't really hear what you said.
Oh, I said, damn, bro, what did you have to eat?
Oh, was it? I haven't had anything to eat for ages. I went to the toilet.
Ages.
Yeah, no, it's like, what time even is it? Oh, Jesus. It's like 20 past
Yeah,
7.
what time is it for you here?
It's 20 past 7.
Oh.
Goodness
Damn.
gracious. It's only 2
Yeah, it's only
here.
2 p.m. for us.
Jeez.
Gotta love time zones. That's twice now we've had, like, big time zone issues.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yeah.
Frenchie is, like, 7 hours ahead. So that
I
was a
think
little...
I think this is the easiest time zone issue for anything like this I've ever had. Most of the time, if I try and do a collab, it doesn't work because of time zones. Because the UK is in such a weird time zone where if you want to do a collab, literally you wake up and literally everyone else on the planet goes to sleep as you wake up.
Yeah, that's true. That is a problem. You just gotta find that sweet spot.
Yeah, it's always like that. A few hours where everyone's awake.
Mhm.
Exactly. Just like now.
Yeah, like now.
Look at
It's a
that.
good time.
Because, I mean, yeah, like it worked well because it's like, oh, we'll just do it a little early. Because we usually do the podcast at like 6, 7, 8 later, but like we've done it early before, so it doesn't really matter. And then, well, because I think it was for, yeah, it was for Frenchie where he was like, oh no, I don't mind staying up, and I'm like, listen, if we do it at the normal time, it's gonna be like 4 in the morning for you. I'm not gonna make you get up at that time or stay up that long. Like,
Yeah.
I'll do it earlier. You can record at like 10. It's a little better. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just, it was, no, it must have been more than, I mean, that was a long episode, but it must have been more than like 7 hours ahead because we were recording for like 2 hours, which, there would have been 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and it was like 11:30 for him or some shit like that.
Wow.
So it was
Jeez.
really rough.
PM.
Yeah.
Wait, was it AM or PM?
Oh, PM.
Damn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was pretty rough, but I mean, hey, we made do. It worked.
Yeah.
Real well. I'm just glad I got to hear so many things about Estonia. That was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely batshit insane place. Those garbage people.
I've never really asked him about it, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it seemed like, well, because he said he had never revealed it before, and he was gonna save it for like a video, but he just said, fuck it, I'll just talk about it here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like he was talking about stories about it, and like there's this one tribe that used to live in like a huge landfill, and like there was they were there for so long that some people they'd see dead bodies there, and they
Jesus.
had no records, no birth certificate, nothing because they were born there.
Oh my
You
god.
know what? That actually reminds me. We were talking about The Walking Dead earlier.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
You
say
know,
that.
you know the bit with the people like literally living in a landfill.
In the landfill, yeah. What's her name? I forget
Yo.
the lady's
Yeah.
name. What were they called? I'll just call them. the
I can't
giant
remember.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's literally a group of people who lived in the landfill and scavenged all their stuff, like all the stuff from it to survive.
That's mad.
That is
So it's pretty similar.
that is interesting. Did they use hockey sticks for weapons?
No, they had like knives. They had guns actually. So
What? Who's throwing out guns?
Yeah,
no, they probably
exactly.
scavenged it from. It's an one. It's fictional, and two, it's The Walking
Fair
Dead.
enough. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, because that's what Frenchie said. He said they used like hockey sticks for weapons. That's all they could find.
Oh my god.
I like how I don't understand how you could live like that.
What? No. Oh wait, like the
Like
people
I
in the
get,
dump?
yeah, no, I get
Oh,
that they're
oh.
like born there, but like, do they not like ever like see like outside of the landfill? Like, do they just never ever see
Dude, I
like
don't know.
outside like
I don't
buildings or
know.
anything?
I couldn't tell you. I don't think he
Like,
went that into depth. He was just telling us like how Estonia was in like the 80s and 90s, like after the Soviet Union had fallen.
uh, yeah,
Not that he was around, but stories he
yeah,
heard.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I don't think he's at
Back
all.
in my day.
Yeah. Um. Actually, that makes me curious. Again, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'd prefer not to say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um. Well, let's see what else we have here. But yeah, I just want to go back. That martial arts talk, that was great. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
I
Yeah.
love talking about martial arts. It's one of my favorite things to talk about.
It is fun. It's got like such an intriguing. Like I'll literally walk back and forth in my house if I'm by myself and just rant about it to myself. I just
I think
Okay, buddy.
I think for a lot of people who don't really know much about it, it's kind of got a vibe to it. It's like, oh, this is like the thing where parents just drop their kids off at it, make them do
yeah.
it,
Again, that's
and
what like the vibe
like,
karate has.
yeah, that's the problem with karate. 'Cause there's some genuinely good karate dojos that teach you like good stuff, but then there's most of them. It's that I'm pretty sure a lot of people in that kind of community call them McDojos.
Yeah, I've heard that term before because it's
Most of
just
them's
like
like that.
really, really bare bones, super simplistic. Just like, oh yeah, here's like
Yeah.
how you practice the punch in karate, and that's it.
hmm
Because I remember
I
going
think
to Oh, go ahead.
I think most of the really good martial arts, like dojos, schools, gyms, whatever, most of them that are really good are majority populated with adults.
Yeah, no, I agree. I
Whereas
think
you can spot the bad ones if they've got tons and tons
overwhelming,
and
yeah,
tons of little
an
kids.
overwhelming amount of children. I agree.
Like if it's like in the age range of like 10 years old and above, then maybe they'll get by. But if it's like kids who are like tons of little 5-year-olds or like
And it's like,
kids who are like 7 years old, it's like
yeah,
that that's not a proper
that's
JoJo.
a nursery, not a
Yeah.
dojo. It's a bit of a difference. Yeah. No, luckily, the place I went to was divided into two places. One where it actually was like a really I don't know if it was a McDojo because, funny enough, when I did karate like years back, I was at that age. Like I was like the 5-year-old getting dropped off doing
Yeah.
karate. But it was actually the same sensei, like in a completely different town, like more than a decade later. That dude is still doing karate, like with little kids. And
No
like,
way.
because I go into the Muay Thai place, and like I said, it's cut in half, and one half. I don't know if it was a McDojo. It probably is because I mean, all children. I don't remember learning a thing. Then again, I wasn't there for very long, but um, like they're all children. It's like half of
Yeah.
it was like a nursery school, and the other half was like people my age and up.
There's a thing with my jujitsu because we kind of split the room. So any like all the younger kids and lower belts, well the younger kids all go down to the one side and they'll be taught on their own, and then most of the higher belts and older people will go to the other end of the room, and because they're all mostly higher belts, they do a lot more complicated stuff. So there's the one end of the room where the younger kids are being taught more of the basics, and then some of them end up being really good at it and kind of terrifying.
Yeah,
And then the other end of the room, everyone's having their arms broke and being knocked out and stuff. So
the scary part of the room.
the scary part of them, you like in that other end of the room where all the little kids are, they turn around and there's some fifth Dan black belt like snapping a brown belt's neck or something.
Holy shit. I mean, hey, that's just
Of course,
the average. That's how it is for all of
yeah, I know. Yeah, like that's an exaggeration, obviously, but
them. Yeah,
that must be what it feels like when they turn around and see all of us training at the other end.
Mm.
yeah. I would
Because
imagine.
like I've been able to teach a few times, not much, but I've been able to take the younger kids, and I've tried to teach them some more of the proper stuff, and most of them get it, because like a lot of dojos that aren't like the one I go to, kind of just see them as stupid. They can't do it properly, but most of them get it, and there's some of the younger kids, some of the like really small ones, or well, not the really small ones, but like decently small ones who are actually very, very, very good at it.
It's great.
I really
Yeah.
get it. So
Yeah, that's cool, and that kind of reminds me of how I sort of tried to get like a thing going. I mean, TJ, you know this, where I tried to get my entire friend group. It's like, hey, there's like this martial arts place like
Yeah,
near
yeah.
where we live, and I'm like, hey, it'd be sick if we all went, and that's great. And then I mean, a few of you guys are a little intimidated, and I had to explain, like, when you walk in there, they're not gonna like throw you boxing gloves and like break your
yeah,
nose and be like, hey, this is where men, this is where boys become men. It's like, no,
Yeah.
it's if you knew, they'll treat you okay. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
yeah, because I've had that kind of thing with a lot of my friends as well in real life. I've asked some of them to come join,
Hmm.
and after I've spoke about it quite a lot, because I kind of like I have here, I kind of go on really long tangents when I talk about martial arts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it seems kind of intimidating for some people. I'd
Hmm.
presume just the way like the reaction to it,
Yeah.
because because I'm because my training is so much harder than someone who just started.
Mhm.
I talk about a lot more of the really painful techniques
Yeah.
or stuff that's really difficult, and people, it seems almost like people are intimidated by that. And it's like there's the people who are intimidated, or there's the people who are not wanting to do martial arts because it's seen as that thing that kids do. It's only a kids thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
feel like if people, because what a lot of places have is they'll have like a free day, like they'll have a day where you can come in and just
Yeah,
try it out, and then after that they'll talk to you like, hey, do you like it? Are you a fan? I feel like if most people just did the free day just to try it, they'll
they'd like
see
it.
like, yeah, they'll see like it's fine. Because I remember the first day, like I was scared too, because I was a lot younger. I think it was like what, like 15, 16, something like that. I was
Yeah,
of course a bit intimidated, and uh, but it was just simple. It's like, hey, let's do some circuits. You throw on your pads. A guy this he'll tap the pads. Show you how to block this and do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm not getting bruised and the shit beaten out of me. So that's not what this is all about. I see.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's simple.
Like like I said, there's the two ends of the spectrum. There's people who think it's just for kids and it's useless, and there's the people who are intimidated because they don't want to get seriously hurt or anything
Yeah,
like that.
it's
But
needed.
I guess you could say that for any sport, but I'd say more so with martial arts, you get that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it's
And
way more niche.
I don't understand why you get that more with martial arts, because I see way more kids playing like more normal sports like say football than I do
Yeah.
with martial arts. A lot of the people who stick around for martial arts and do it for a very long time are not kids. There's a lot of times where there's a lot of white belts, a lot of younger kids who join and then give up on it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And there's also something I've seen for some reason. There's kind of this culture at like it's like say at my school for instance. There's this thing where like, and I don't know if other people get this in certain circles, but apparently some people it's something you should look down on. Almost like I've seen people look down on people for doing martial arts, and I don't
Oh.
understand why.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
that's
like
really weird.
because that person could break your nose,
Yeah,
and you
that
know
that
it.
is a that is
But
a strange thing. Yeah.
that might be part of it, you know.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
maybe it's like, oh, it's nothing crazy, like it's jealousy almost.
Yeah, yeah, you get that. That's the thing. Like we were saying earlier, people who don't know how to fight are the ones who want to fight the most.
Hmm.
It's kind of that kind of attitude.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. And you know what else doesn't help is like especially here in Canada, like the government endorses like hockey and a lot of sports, so they'll give them like a ton of
Yeah.
money to have these like huge rinks and all these lessons and whatnot. And then meanwhile, like the fucking Muay Thai place I'm going to is like it's like in a like a almost like a mini warehouse. It's like it's just, they don't
Yeah,
like
no, we get that here as well. The government puts all of the money into football. This is one
yeah.
of the, like I keep bringing up football. I don't want to get any football fans angry, but I don't like football, and
Mhm.
it's for this reason because the government pumps money into it all the time, just puts so much money into it, and all the other sports are left with like nothing. And you can always identify, like going back to the McDojo thing, you can always identify the good dojos if the marketing is not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the ones that have really good marketing typically aren't very good dojos, and the ones that have pretty bad marketing, usually the sensei there is really good at it,
Hmm.
but doesn't know how to market.
Yeah, they only have so many skills in one place.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's true. Because I remember, I don't even remember how we found out about because I haven't gone there in a while, like due to COVID and whatnot. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I have been, of course, keeping my skills somewhat sharp, like of course exercising, and I have a punching bag here. But um, like when I don't even remember how we found it because when I did do it. I don't know. I think my parents just like phoned around because like you look at the place, you'd have to like squint and get really close to even see that it's a Muay Thai place.
Yeah.
Like it has some posters on the wall, but like you can't even tell what it is from a distance. Like it's not very well advertised. I've never seen an ad for it or nothing.
Yeah, neither for me with my jujitsu. Never, like I've literally went and made adverts myself.
Oh,
That's somewhat of a skill I've picked up from YouTube, and I'm getting decently good at something like that, for instance. So I've
yeah,
had to
that's
do that
great.
myself because a lot of the efforts that we have for it are very old, and they're never put up around the town or anything like that. So
Look us up using what was like the like what was like the old internet browser? Internet Explorer. Look us up on Internet
yeah,
Explorer.
Internet Explorer.
Follow our MySpace page.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying to think of follow friend me on Club Penguin.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that is usually the case. Like the really underground ones are like way better. Not that like, there are exceptions like ones that are, just happen to have good advertising doesn't
Marketing. Yeah,
automatically mean it's bad.
it's bad.
But
Yeah.
I mean it's a red flag, but it doesn't mean it's terrible.
Hmm.
But yeah. So, assuming that everyone except like Joe Rogan fans have left, I guess let's move on to another
Yeah.
quick question here.
Yeah, because I have a feeling I went on with the martial arts thing for a bit too long now.
Yeah, what was it like? I think it was like 45 minutes straight.
Yeah, every single person who's been watching this has just went and signed up for martial arts now.
Hell
yeah.
yeah! I mean, hey,
Let's go.
I'd be down with that. That's great.
So would I. But
Um,
yeah, another topic.
yeah. Oh, so yeah. This was also something I found out recently today. I don't know how I missed this video, but the Titanfall Day video you made, I didn't know. So you're a
Oh yeah, I
big
remember
fan of
that.
Titanfall?
Yeah, no, Titanfall is one of my favorite games. It's one of the first games I genuinely got good at.
Oh,
And little secret here, but I did actually start my channel with Titanfall stuff
Really?
a
really?
a very long time ago. All those videos are gone
Ah.
for a good reason.
Oh, I don't know,
They're
man.
un-
Maybe you should bring
they're
them back
very
for an anniversary.
they're very unbearable. Maybe one day I'll put them on public because I still have the videos. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Titanfall. One of my favorite games.
What's your opinion on like the first one? Because I know when people say Titanfall, they're mainly talking about Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2, yeah. So the first game, I don't have as much experience with it, but it was fun. I don't really remember much from it, but I do remember enjoying it, and it was the reason why I bought the second one. So,
Yeah,
but
I think that was the general
I,
consensus.
I think overall the second game is better. It was
Oh
just
yeah.
everyone knows the release date was kind of messed up, and
Yeah.
They kind of killed their own game there.
between two giants. Like I know it was Battlefield 1 and what was he like Call of Duty what? What was it?
I think it was Infinite Warfare.
Oh, well, I mean, but still, like it's Call of Duty. Like it's gonna be big no matter what one it was.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was like right in between those. Like, what are you thinking?
Hmm.
I know.
And not to mention, like, I guess speaking of marketing, going back to that, like the marketing was just horrible. There's barely any of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no, I
that
never
for the
saw
few
it.
trailers. For the few trailers they released, I like them. I really like the animated one that they did.
Hmm.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was really good. But they weren't the best. They wasn't the best at marketing. They've certainly got a lot better at it now with Apex Legends,
Oh
but
yeah, much better.
I don't like that game.
Yeah,
No?
I think it's fun. I don't play it much, like at all anymore. But
I used to play a lot of it, but I like battle royales have kind of fallen off my radar now.
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
I have I understand that. But there was a time where like I played it every day. It was really fun, and then I
Same.
stopped, and I kind of went back to it a bit. It's a fun game. I think it's solid. But if you don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
it's 100% understandable.
I used to play a lot of it, and I think that game might be one of the reasons why battle royales have fell off for me because it's just along with playing that game so much and hearing so much about battle royale, I kind of got sick of it. Like it was everywhere, and to some
Yeah,
extent it still is, but not as much. But I was
yeah.
sick of it. I couldn't stand it anymore.
No, yeah, I agree. It's kind of crazy to think about like that was like Battle Royale was everywhere, man.
I know,
It was like
literally
the
everything.
thing. Yeah, it was the thing. Like your game has to be Battle Royale and this and
I
that.
know.
Like there
Yeah,
were a few,
there's still a bit of that now. Like,
a little, yeah. I think it's mainly just like mobile games. Like they're like,
yeah,
oh, it's a new epic Battle Royale.
I really want to I'd really like to see what the next bigger trend is. Like, hopefully something good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like more so than this. And I think the thing is with trends is that it's a double-edged sword because this really cool thing gets very popular, and then it gets ruined very quickly because there's so much of it everywhere, and you get sick of it.
yep.
Hmm.
Rest in
It's
peace,
like
Radical Heights. When that fucking game
Yeah.
came out.
it's like say with Doom Eternal, it's like if every single game was like Doom Eternal wouldn't be special anymore. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
100% agree. Fuck, just bringing up Battle Royale because I like. It just reminds me of like PUBG when it came out on Xbox. Oh my
PUBG on
god.
Xboxes. It was
Oh,
Dude.
horrendous.
The thing is, we were so hyped for that game.
yeah. We
We
wanted
were
to play that
so
so bad.
excited.
I was never much into PUBG, but I have played it on Xbox, and it was so bad.
It is. It's absolutely an atrocity on
Like
mankind.
genuinely unplayable.
Like, good luck even getting 30 FPS. Good luck. And not to mention how like the buildings would take forever to load.
Yeah, no, it'd just be a giant potato.
Yeah. Or sometimes it wouldn't even be there. Like it's just like floating guns. You'll just hop up and grab them, and all of a sudden you're boom, you spawn in a building. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and I think the grossest thing. Luckily, this never happened to me, but it did happen to some people. Where, like, just the delay on your controller would just be like a few seconds. Like you'd hit RT, and then like a second later, then it'd fire.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
oh,
oh no,
dude.
I would not have done that.
If that was the case for me, I think that one was pretty rare. But if that was the case for me,
Mhm.
I would just not play it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
And that game was just a mess on Xbox.
Yeah, I
It
know.
really was. Absolute just disgusting. Like, oh hey, this game's because PUBG is like I think it's still like top 5 most like sold games of all time.
apparently it's really big in China still.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
100%.
wow.
But like when it was getting really big, when it was blowing up,
Yeah,
they're like, oh, we gotta port it to every console. But it was like really rushed, and so
Yeah.
it just
yes,
didn't go well.
yeah, because he got the money, and it's like let's put it on Xbox. Instead of finishing it, they made an in-game store.
Yeah, that's fucked. How it was like a store before the game even like worked properly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And then I remember like years later after playing it on on Xbox, I finally, I got a PC And then the game, it's like, oh, it's free now. I get to play it. I play it like one match. I'm like, okay, I don't like this game anymore. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does work on PC. I'll give it that. It's like an actually good game on PC. I just don't like it.
Hmm.
Not a huge fan. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
one time get the boys together, where we drop in. Maybe pull another one of
Yeah.
those sometime. Maybe.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
did have a lot of fun moments on that
I
game,
will
but
admit that for as bad as a game as it was, my goodness, was it fun.
yeah.
Oh
That
my
that br-
goodness.
that takes me back to Among Us, but
Yeah.
Oh
Because-
man.
Among Us is such a meme now, and kind of a
Yeah.
dead one, and it got popular for a while. But the game was actually genuinely really fun,
Oh
It
yeah.
was, yeah.
and then people like me have killed it by making Among Us memes every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what ruined it. You see how it's coming out on VR?
Wait, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's coming out on VR, baby.
Dude,
I'm playing
wanna
that
get
one.
it.
I'm playing that.
Yeah, I'm actually hyped for it. That does look like fun. That would
I-
it would be fun.
Among Us VR. Wait, it's on Steam. I'm going to add that to my wish list. Add to wish list.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god. Oh my, I need to play that. I need to play that.
When's it coming
Dude.
out? Does it say? Because I'm not sure when. Exactly.
I
It's,
think
it says release date holiday 2022.
Oh hell yeah! So later this year.
so. Yeah, the holiday is like December.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. Fucking places like, oh, Black Friday sales in like October. So
I'm watching the trailer for it now. I can't wait to play this.
I know, like Among Us is fun. I feel like this VR revival will actually make it pretty fun again.
I love the
Yeah,
character
dude,
models,
yeah,
honestly.
oh, I know.
Yeah, the character models make it great too. It really
It's such a
is.
it's such a perfect game for VR though.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
know. I don't know why anyone didn't think about that.
Like
until
fucking
now.
turning around and getting murdered.
Oh my god, you actually get to go in the vents.
Oh hell yeah!
I am playing this.
It's gonna be awesome. Hell yeah!
My god. I can't wait for this game to come out.
That's sick. I know. It's gonna be great. But yeah, there's a few of those games where like there's like two cases where the game is bad, but you have a lot of fun on it, or the game is like horribly overrated or memed on, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
Because Among Us was a really weird thing. Like, because it gets to the point. This is okay. I have this rule where, like, no offense to this demographic or anything, nothing wrong. Obviously, nothing's wrong with it. It's you can't control it. But if your product or media is very popular with white women between the ages of like 12 and 17, it's usually pretty cringe. Not always, but it's
Five Nights
usually
at
pretty
Freddy's.
cringe.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hell yeah!
That's the big one. That's the big one.
Sounds
I
like
hate
it's
Five
good
Nights at
with
Freddy's
that.
now.
Oh,
Honestly.
yes.
The-
Okay.
And plus, I don't understand the hype that was around the new game. He is terrible. He is so bad.
It's not. It's okay. It's not.
It runs so badly.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't-
It runs terrible. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I have like the most high-end computer. I've got a mid-range computer, and a lot of times when I mention performance, people mention the fact that I've got a mid-range computer, and they say that's the reason. It's not. It's not. Honestly, it's so bad. First off, the game looks bad for being a next-gen game. It looks bad.
Mhm.
That's
And
kind
the
of
fa-
weird. Yeah.
It stutters so bad. It like literally you move your mouse and you have to wait about 5 minutes for the next frame to load.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I also hate that argument where it's like, oh, you got a mid-range PC. It's like, well, yeah, sorry, I don't have a $30,000 fucking giant, like server-sized rig to run a FNAF game properly.
Yeah, like I think anything like mid-range and above is perfectly fine, and you can't really blame the computer unless they're trying to push it to as high as it can go.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like
Good.
if a game comes out and it specifically warns you, like, hey, this isn't gonna work on lower end, it's like, okay, sure. But like
Yeah.
any game should be like you could even run it on a low end. Like obviously you're not gonna be on high graphics, but you should be able to run it on a low end.
Yeah,
It's like I don't have to have the Pentagon's fucking supercomputer to have to run anything. I don't get it. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, like I know some people who've had like no issues with Battlefield 2042's frame drops, but when I played it, it was honestly unplayable.
Yeah, for a lot of
It was
people,
like a sideshow.
yeah, I know.
So
That game was a disaster.
I really wish it was good. Honestly, I
Yeah,
was
I
so
think a lot of
excited.
people did. Yeah. I
That
remember.
announcement trailer, oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, it was. I think a friend of mine. I'm not sure if he ended up pre-ordering it or not. If
I
he
did, and I
did,
didn't get a chance to refund it.
that's a shame. That's a big shame.
Yeah.
I hope he did. I have to ask him after this. But oh yeah. So you bringing up FNAF out of cringe. Now TJ, you know a
Yeah.
lot about this, dude. That
Oh yeah, I
awakens
do.
that awakens some dormant neurons in my brain. Because let me tell you a little story. I'll keep the short version because if I told everything, I'd have to write like fucking Homer's Odyssey. It'd just be like
Yeah.
so long. But so when I was younger, probably around the ages of what would you say, Ed?
From grade like I want to say 5 to 7, maybe
So
7.
what, like between the ages of like 10 and 13 or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so between
Yeah.
the ages of 10 and 13, for some reason, I was obsessed with FNAF. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was awesome. And the lore, and like the story, like, oh, it's a mystery. And I watch every game theory on it.
Oh,
I thought it was the coolest shit ever. I
yeah.
don't
There's
know
always that
why.
one. There's always that one person.
Yep.
Even now that this new game's come out, there's always that one person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. Now, I don't even look at the games. I like,
Yeah.
I
I
don't get
don't.
it.
I don't really understand why they got so popular because it's literally a flash game.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, they're cool, I guess. Like the first time, it's like, oh, spooky, but like, why do they
Yeah.
get so big? There's not much to it.
I think the thing is with horror games like that, especially like indie horror games, like
Ooh,
not like the ones that are good but don't get much attention, like the ones that are like they get tons of attention. Indie horror games that get loads and loads of attention aren't usually good.
like what is it with Slender Man? They even made a movie about it
Yeah,
that was
Oh
terrible.
yeah, dude, that game was trash. I'm sorry.
yeah. And then like they always rely on like cheap jump scares.
Yeah,
Like
I
there's
know.
never
There's
anything
not
like
anything like chilling about it. Like,
yeah,
and that's
like
the same with like modern horror movies.
I love Dead Space 1
Yeah,
because even just walking around the environments, it sends chills down your spine. It's so uneasy, and Resident Evil 7 as well is one of my favorite games because it's such an uneasy game.
Yeah, I love Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, because like that kind of
And
horror is so
yeah,
good. It's
like
so
there
much
wasn't even
worse than a
that
jump
many jump
scare.
scares. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
psychological.
like it's so much worse than a jump scare. The fear from that because
Yeah.
it keeps going. It's such a weird, anxious feeling because you don't know what's
yeah,
gonna happen.
yeah. It's like it's the fucking butthole clenching feeling. Like it's tense more than
Yeah,
it is like, oh, a big fucking PNG just showed up on my screen. It's like, no,
yeah,
it's not that scary. But when it's like super tense, like, so I have a friend of mine, I think for the past, it's like 3, 4 nights, he's been playing Silent Hill 2, and he'll share a screen on Discord, and I'll watch it with him. Like, I'll help him out with puzzles and riddles and whatnot.
yeah.
Dude, even watching that game is tense as shit. That game is nuts.
Yeah.
It's
I think
so
I
tense.
I think the only time I've ever not had an issue with an FOV slider not being in a game is Resident Evil 7 because the FOV slider it feels so narrow. It feels like you can't see anything.
Yeah, but that
You always
helps.
you always have to like turn around because you always have that feeling there's something behind you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I know.
it's such a horrible feeling, but it's so
Mm.
fun.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
when you get to the save rooms, it's such a good feeling.
Oh yeah, and like Resident Evil, I think when it comes to save rooms, the music they play in that it just helps
Yeah,
reinforce the safety so much as well.
yeah. It
It's like,
feels like
oh, calm.
it's like a
It's
nothing
like
can
it's
hurt me
finally
here. I'm
over for
safe.
now.
Yeah. Sorry, TJ. What was that?
Oh, it's just like the same idea. Yeah, it's like it's finally over for now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just safe. You don't have to walk outside. Just stay in the room.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. And what does it remind me of? What I was gonna say? Oh yeah, that that brings up again, with my friend playing Silent Hill recently. Of course, we had to bring up PT. Oh,
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
oh,
So
oh.
unfortunate.
Silent
if
Hill
only.
PT. That teaser is probably one of the scariest pieces of media. Period.
I
Like
know,
that
right?
I
fucking game.
And it,
I'd love
like
to play it one day, but
Ooh,
not gonna happen.
no, no, no. Let me
yeah.
tell you something. They remade. Someone remade that game in Unreal
What did
Engine.
they?
Yeah, look it up.
Huh.
You can look it
Is
up.
it actually good?
Well, I mean, it's just like the game. Just the graphics are slightly downgraded. That's it.
Huh.
Okay.
But it's the same otherwise. So if you really missed out on it, you can play that. And the beauty of it is, you can play that Unreal version in VR as well,
No way.
which makes
Oh
it
Jesus!
That's
way
I'm
awesome.
not
worse.
playing that in VR. Not a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, like, it doesn't work the best. It's okay. It's passable. It's passable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the graphics are. I mean, some things look great. Some things look the exact same. But if you really squint, it's like, that doesn't look the same, or that's off.
Imagine they actually did make a first-person Silent Hill game,
Yeah,
like they
man.
did with the Resident Evil 7, like
Yeah.
something like that.
I
Yeah.
still can't fucking get over why, dude. If they just released like that teaser, I think everyone would be happy. Like,
Yeah,
ugh,
they get so
why?
much good press from it.
Like,
I know.
why? They made something so good and just
I
took it
know.
away. It's such a
Blew all
shame.
this.
It's such a shame. Like, I remember this YouTuber who wanted to review it, and they obviously you can't because you can't download it. They had to ask another YouTuber if they could ship their PlayStation which still had it downloaded over to their house, and then they could play it to review it.
Jesus.
It's
Imagine they just never gave it back.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
They just don't give it back to them.
Because like that guy making an Unreal Engine remake, like he's doing God's work. Like, thank you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great. Thing is though, it's kind of weird because of course my friend's kind of obsessed with Silent Hill right now, and he tried to look for it. But the thing is, it's like really convoluted where you have to find it. It's like one of two things. One, I think there's an itch.io file that you download, and then like you download a zip file and then you open it. I don't think it's a virus, but there's this other thing where apparently the guy who made it has a Patreon, and apparently you have to buy it through the Patreon or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
wow.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
the free like file he got, because he kept talking about how it's gonna be free,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I guess I'll have to report back after he downloads it if he
Yeah.
just gets a Trojan
The
virus or
computer just gets
anything.
fried.
Yeah, we'll see if someone starts fucking mining Ethereum off of his
Yeah.
computer.
Not even that, it just bursts into flames.
One or the other. Actually, speaking of like mining crypto using someone else's computer, a really funny story is this streamer I watch occasionally who was playing like a really bare bones, like it looked okay, really bare bones like 12v12 shooter. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but um the game, like the trailers look normal and the player base, the reviews were just like, yeah, the game's fine. So he downloads the game thinking it's gonna be like, kind of shit, kind of fun to stream. And
Yeah.
he notices like the game is running at like 2 FPS. It's like, okay, this, nothing is said this about in the reviews. And then he looks at his task manager, and for some reason, 100% of his CPU is being used. He's like, whoa, okay, hold on here.
Whoa.
So he goes to OBS and he goes to like switch window, and he notices there's a new window that popped up called like Foxcoin or something like that.
Nah.
And
Uh-oh.
he clicks on it, and it shows him like this fucking Foxcoin, like a crypto miner like
Oh my
thing.
god.
It's like, are you kidding
That's-
me? This dude
That's
made a
hilarious.
game. This dude made a shit game, got enough people to get it, and then like he released an update randomly, just like to mine crypto.
Wow.
I
That's
don't
hilarious.
really like. I don't really know a lot about like mining crypto and stuff. Like, is it like a virus where there's nothing you can really do about it, or can you just like delete it?
You can literally just like close the game and it stops. So how it works is like it just like really jacks up like your CPU usage, like it really starts running overdrive. Like you know how you can
Yeah,
like overclock something to like make the graphics really good temporarily or something? Well,
yeah.
imagine that, but just permanently. Like until like because it takes a ton of energy to mine crypto and because it's like looking everywhere for like little bits
Ah,
of code. And so what it does is like you could even do it on your like graphics card for like a day and it like and still use it, but the problem is it like really just destroys its lifespan. Like if you want to have like for example, my graphics card, like assuming it'll last like I don't know, like 5, 6 years, like if I treat it well. If I started mining crypto now, I'd probably like no more than 3. Like
jeez.
it just really destroys it. So
So is that why people buy like 153090s to do all this kind of
yeah,
stuff?
exactly, exactly. They'll buy like 153090s and they get like really like bare bones like motherboard and just everything else. Maybe they'll get like a really good cooler so they don't like have heat stroke in their house. They'll get
Yeah,
like 5 of those. They'll set up a website for each of them and they'll just start mining crypto.
yeah.
Like I remember this one fucking I think it was a Bitcoin miner. He actually died of heat stroke in his sleep because he had like a bunch of
What?
computers going. Yeah.
That how do you manage? That's such a like embarrassing way to die.
It really is. One
Like
thing I couldn't believe is like you'd think you'd wake up. Like you think he got that
yeah,
hot, you'd wake up and then just like, quickly run outside or something.
yeah. I'm
But
pretty
no.
sure scientists have said that it's harder to sleep when it's warm, whereas
Yeah.
if it's cold, you can sleep better.
Yeah, because I think
So
your body tries to cool itself down a few degrees when you're sleeping. I don't
yeah,
know how that dude fell asleep. He must have
yeah.
took like 40 tablets of melatonin or something.
Like I can't go to sleep if it's like slightly too warm. Like if I leave my computer on overnight to download something and it's slightly warm in my room, like not even like really hot, just slightly warm, I can't sleep, man.
Yeah, I know. Like I have to go butt ass naked with the window open. Like there's no
Yeah,
way I can sleep with it being warm. And like the nights I have, I won't even count that as sleep. I'll wake up fucking exhausted, like just the worst sleep of my
yeah.
life. Doesn't count.
Talking about crypto and viruses and stuff, like I don't understand what thought process you have that goes through your mind. It's like I am going to make this thing, people are gonna download it, and I'm gonna hold them for ransom to have their money. Like surely if you have the money to make that program, then you don't really need to do that kind of stuff, do you?
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, that game, then again, it was like Unity flipped assets, like it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you all that effort, it's like, people can just like close the program and just like delete the game and like boom, your plans have been
Yeah,
foiled. So,
and even then, like people, like if you're gonna make a game for it, surely if you have the skill, like I guess from what I've heard, it's a really basic game, but surely if you have the at least the skill of programming, you could like find a job doing programming, and you don't have to rob people.
yeah, programming pays a like
Well,
ridiculous amount of money.
very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think like senior programmers get like up to 800K a year. Like it's a absolutely ridiculous amount.
Yeah, it's insane.
So if you teach yourself like coding and programming, you can be very wealthy.
I know.
Or fuck, just make something like make an app or something and just like live off of that.
You like
Yeah.
Flappy Bird.
Sure,
Flappy Bird, yeah.
exactly. Like just put it for like $1 on the App Store. Oh, well, what is it? What is that? Like 40 million downloads? Oh, great, you're set for life if you're consistent with things. Like
Yeah,
goodness, yeah. I think actually like I think a good strategy, then again, I am no financial advisor, but I mean that like buying like a shit like PC but like a halfway decent like graphics card, like if you work like a decent job and can afford it, that's not a terrible side hustle because it's very passive as well. Like you just sit there
yeah,
and wait. Like you don't have to do anything. It's not like you have to keep going on and like, oh, click this here, click this there. Like you just turn it on, you wait, and then you cash out.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, hey, if you can afford it, it's not terrible, I guess, if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
I think like the two recommended things, the best things to do online for, I guess, a career is one, social media presence. I think
Yeah,
everyone's familiar with
definitely.
that.
Mhm.
Because the problem with that though is like
It's
it
so unstable.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if it's good, you're good. Like you're literally set for life, but it's hard to get started.
It's hard to get good in the first place as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's
Um, but I know the other thing that's recommended is online courses. Like if you can just
Oh yeah,
be a
I've
goober
seen that a
and
lot.
like just be halfway not knowledgeable on something, you can make a course and people are gonna get it. It's crazy to me. I'm not saying like, oh, get rich quick with courses, because I mean like
Finan-
you gotta make a good
fin-
course still, but
Financial advice on the Crazy Talk podcast.
oh yeah.
yeah.
Did I mention this is actually an online marketing podcast?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
digital marketing.
Yep.
go buy the free online course down in the description on how to get started with your own podcast.
Yeah.
Make sure to invest in the Dogecoin as well. It's
Yep.
pretty
Yeah,
Yep. Let's get to the
busting.
moon, baby, to the moon.
Oh
No, but
yeah.
I legitimately thought for a while because I heard that advice. I'm like, oh, maybe we could do something for the podcast with courses. And then I thought, you know what?
yeah,
I
No.
think Patreon is fine enough. I think Patreon's okay.
bro. I don't even have a Patreon.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but
I might start one eventually though,
it's
one
not
day, maybe.
like if you want to do like extra little bits that aren't like crazy, like you don't, you could set something up. People pay like $1 a month. It's like for like extra bonus stuff. It's like yeah, it's a good idea for if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or like literally just have tiers like, hey, you can just support me here.
yeah.
But
hmm
back to marketing. I'll tell you what's good marketing. Buy the Beansprout merch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, oh, good plug.
Link in
Thank you.
bio.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I
Link
mean,
in
if we
bio.
have
Merch
anything more.
merch in bio.
Yeah.
Thanks for that quick plug.
Oh, of
Oh
course, of
yeah.
course.
For
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but when it comes to courses, yeah, it's just I don't know, they're weird. Like, cause I feel like after hearing about that, it sort of gets diluted. It's like, oh, what? You can get paid by doing courses? Oh, and then you get like 300 people just making like really dumb, bad courses on
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know, trying to trying to how to pick up how to pick up ladies.
Yeah, the pickup
Yeah.
artists. God, those are the worst.
I love pickup artists so much because of how
Yeah.
like horrible their videos are.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because
like
like
I love like the red pill side of like
yes,
YouTube and Reddit and stuff
yeah,
like that. It's like I'm a lone wolf. I don't need anyone else.
the
I can
Sigma
complete my
male,
journey.
the
Yeah,
Sigma,
the
Yeah,
Sigma
so
male. Like these, like the kind of people who genuinely think they are the Sigma male.
yeah,
Like it's
like
not even a joke to them. They are the Sigma male.
yeah,
I'll
I
use
know.
it as a joke. Like if I'm
Yeah.
concentrating on work or like the podcast or something, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the Sigma male grind set. But people who think like, oh yeah, I am the Sigma male, like
Yeah.
I have my own business of selling like t-shirts. It's like, okay, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
I
thank you.
I always say that as a joke. Like if I want to get like a friend to come to the gym with me, I say get on the Sigma grind set. You can't be skipping the grind
Can't
set.
be
Yeah.
beta, my guy.
Yeah, not being a beta male, get on the Sigma grind
Oh
set.
yeah.
Did you take your red pill this morning?
Yes, I did.
Did you talk to 0 females this morning? Good.
That's how you do it.
No,
Yeah.
just zero anyone, just no one, no social
Yeah.
contact.
Did you have
Yeah.
any social contact? Good, as he says, talking in the mirror.
Yeah. 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 It's friendly. Yeah. We're actually all Sigmas are all schizophrenic. They don't have real friends.
Yeah.
They don't
Of
have
course.
time
No,
for
I think
real
I
friends.
think the thing is, it's sad because there genuinely is people who think they are a Sigma male. Like,
Yeah.
go outside, please
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
outside.
Grass, please.
Take your shoes off and just feel the grass between
Like-
your toes.
Yeah.
I understand people who do like self-improvement stuff,
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fine.
but then there's people who
Right.
take it way too far with like the red pill and stuff, and they're like, I am a Sigma male. I've had no human contact in the past 5 years. I don't even know what grass is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, but that's the funny part is like when you talk about self-improvement, it's like the general thing is like, oh, just, spend less time doing like really, what's the word, like, short-term
Like just
gratification things and just
yeah,
do, like, go outside, talk to people, hang out with friends more. It's like, try and use tech more for like, important things. But
yeah,
then you have people, it's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. So extreme, I'll be a Sigma male, but they never go outside. It's like, no, you're doing it
yeah.
wrong. That's not what they said.
Yeah,
Gaming YouTubers though can't they physically can't do self improvement if they want to stop the instant gratification. They literally can't.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like if that's your job, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like, hey man, you're
Yeah,
fucking lucky. Like, that's fine. That's good. But I feel like for the majority of people, it's like, yeah, you should probably at least tone it down. But I mean, like, hey, if you're like for you, for example, hey man, you're lucky. Like, you keep doing what you're doing, my
yeah.
man. Um,
I
it's
intend to.
good, very good. That's what I like to hear. But yeah, no, just the whole like red pill Sigma. It's just a
Yeah.
really weird.
I mean, I guess like I don't really watch much of his normal stuff, but like I watch a lot of Hamza's bodybuilding stuff. He's more
Mm,
of a I wouldn't say red pill YouTuber. He's not really red pill YouTuber
it sort of
because
has that like,
he's not like
yeah, I know
he's
who you're talking about. He sort of has like kind of like that, but not quite.
yeah like he's like I hate unironically saying Sigma male, but he's like the Sigma male who doesn't think they're a Sigma male.
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
under
that's true.
I understand what you mean. I totally get. Like I've watched a good amount of Hamza as well. Like I know exactly what you
Yeah,
mean.
I really like his bodybuilding guys. I really like bodybuilding stuff on YouTube. Noel Dazel as well.
Yeah, he's
Like
No, that was great.
Noel's
it's so
really
funny.
a good person.
It's so funny to see such a massive guy be so wholesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he's huge, but he's such a wholesome
yeah, he
guy.
could literally crush my head with his hands.
Like,
Yeah, like his arm is the size of double my head.
I
Yeah.
know. I can't get over these motherfuckers who like. I mean, the fact that Noel is like transparent with his like PEDs, that's beautiful.
Steroids.
That's a
Yeah.
really good thing. That's a great thing. But I still can't get over how these guys like their arm is like the size of my leg.
Oh wait, no. Have you seen the people who have like injections and they have like
Ooh,
latex or
ooh,
stuff
synthol,
put into their
synthol,
arms?
Yeah.
synthol.
Yes, synthol.
Holy
That
shit.
that's so
It doesn't even
terrible.
look like you've got big. It doesn't even look like muscle. It just looks
No,
stupid.
it looks so gross.
It's
Like it
balloons.
doesn't look like muscle.
I know, and that's the sad thing though, because like, it's funny to laugh at, but like those motherfuckers have like the worst body dysmorphia ever.
Yeah,
Like they'll
Yeah.
see
and plus,
that, they'll see themselves like that, and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, I look so good, my muscles are so big.
yeah, I know.
It's so
But like,
bad.
Yeah, literally.
you can tell it's fake because like their forearm is like tiny.
Yeah.
They've got like a Minecraft skeleton forearm, and then you look up a bit and their bicep is like the size of a watermelon. It's like, and it's not even like they're tensing it. It's just like sticking out of their
Yeah.
arm.
Like that's
Yeah, I
another
know.
thing how you can tell if it's like surgery or steroids or anything, if like their muscles when they're not flexing like look really hard.
Yeah, they just stick
Yeah.
out of their arms.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I
'cause the
just
weird
don't
thing
see it. I don't
is,
know. It's just so pointless.
because the weird thing is like you have like IFBB pros, like they'll use, which is like like Mr. Olympia and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
they'll use like a really tiny bit of synthol and like I don't know their traps or something. It's like that's still horrible for you, but it's like okay,
Yes,
sure,
it's
whatever.
really bad.
It's like hey, to get that title, sure, whatever. But these guys who
Mhm.
like pump a whole fucking like jar of oil in their fucking like
I
pecs or
know.
biceps or triceps or anything like that. It's like why? It looks so bad. Like I
I
know.
know.
Well, I know why. I don't know why I'm saying why. It just
Yeah.
it's just
Just to
really
get that look without actually having to do anything.
and like I said, like horrible body dysmorphia.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put this in general, but this is the one that I was on about when I first mentioned when I
Ooh.
first brought it up. This
Oh,
is the guy I
that
was on
is
about. Look at
so
him.
bad.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he doesn't even look muscly. It's just
No,
Like,
it's just a lump. It looks like two massive tumors on his arm.
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like he's got like cancer or something. It looks
Yeah,
horrible.
it's like yeah,
Terrible.
exactly. Cancer is like a really good way of pointing it out. Like it just looks bad. It looks so bad.
Yeah, and like the picture
Yeah.
on the right, like you can see like down the back of his arm, like
Ugh,
looks like a cut. Yeah, it's gross.
I think that's a
that's
before
so
and after
bad.
pictures because there's a couple of
Yeah,
before and afters like sometimes they'll either pump too much or they have it for so long like it bursts
yeah, no, I've heard of people having it just burst.
and like their muscles become like necrotic. Like it, ugh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
disgusting.
terrible. God.
And the really sad thing is too is like you'd hope at least they'd be strong, but they're not. Like it
No, it
has
doesn't do
zero,
anything.
yeah, it
Yeah.
has zero effect on your like athletic ability whatsoever. It's really
yeah, and like
sad.
they do it for like aesthetics, but it doesn't even look good.
I know
Like
that's
you
yeah,
can
that's the
Doesn't.
sad part as
Unless
well.
like unless
you
they
can
use
tell from just the shape of his like stomach and his body, he's not muscular.
No, not in the slightest. But he's got love handles. Not even like not even like he's got thick obliques. Like his just love handles. His chest is flat. Like what
Like
are
I'd
you
love I'd
thinking?
love to see this guy do like judo or something. He's just got handles on him, like to throw him around,
oh
Yeah.
dude,
like so much.
I looked up more of the like the synthol shit. How do
Not
I
to
put
mention,
synth?
imagine you got like punched in like the arm. It just like
Oh,
burst.
oh my god, that'd be gross.
It would be too. It'd be like popping a water balloon made of
Yeah.
oil.
Ugh. Yeah, I could not. I would never do anything like that.
Never, ever, ever, ever. That's like horrible.
Like look at. I think that this is the same guy. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the same guy. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god,
Let's
Look
see.
at his arm.
Jesus! Look at the bruising on it.
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
Oh, that's nasty.
Guy, like look at him on the right. Like, yeah, did that really make you happy?
Yeah, he looks sad.
Yeah,
Like,
like it doesn't look like he's got big muscles. He just
oh, he doesn't. That's the thing.
it looks just odd. Like if you cropped out like all of his body, apart from like just the tiny bits of his arms that you can see, like just crop out his entire body, but you can only see the biceps. Sure, maybe you could like just from your imagination you could think, yeah, maybe it's like a really massive guy. But then when you
Yeah.
bring in the rest of it, like
No, not at all.
like it's just cheating. It's cheating. That's what it is. It's
But it's not
cheating.
even a good way to cheat.
No.
Like steroids
dude,
is one thing.
yeah,
Like at least steroids, like it's not good for you, but at least you look good. But then there's
Yeah,
at
that.
least it actually improve. Like it improves your fucking strength.
Yeah, like steroids for it's fucking kicking your liver
Not
in the
healthy at
balls.
all.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like you look better, you perform better, you recover faster. But then there's that. Like it not
Yeah,
only is
you,
it worse for you.
Dude.
you don't look like a balloon animal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally, look, okay, yeah, this is exactly literal balloon animal. Look at this.
Shit.
He's just.
Oh,
Oh
my.
my goodness, it's gross. It's so gross.
Yeah.
That one's just.
God, if I ever decide to take synthol, someone just
I imagine he's gonna say shoot me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
wait. What did I cut out?
You cut out for like a
Yeah.
second.
I said yeah. Someone just shoot me.
Yeah. No. I pop your arms. I bring a
Yeah,
pin.
you. Oh,
Just get,
so
just get like a pin. Just.
yeah, it's all gone.
Throw a dart at it.
Look, is there any synthol that actually looks good at all?
I mean, like I said, there's like I have like there's some like really top tier bodybuilders like they'll put like a tiny bit in like their traps or like their forearm or something just to like puff it up before a competition. But no, there's like no one that uses it that looks good. Like other than like again like pros.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can't see a single picture that looks good here.
You'll never find
Yeah.
one. Other
God,
than, like I
man,
said,
that's
pros.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a shame. How the hell
Jesus
did we how the hell did we end up talking about synthol? Where did we
I-
start?
I don't know.
It started with martial arts and got
Yeah.
No,
it was Sigma, then Sigma grind
oh,
set.
yeah,
Yeah, when he was on the
yeah.
Sigma grind
Then
set,
working out. then-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just checked the time.
It's
Do you know what
been-
time? Do you know what time it is here?
3.5 hours. I gotta go to work in half
It's
an
20
hour.
past 8.
I know. This is the longest podcast episode we've done. 3 hours
I've
and
got the
18 minutes.
record.
Maybe
I have the
we
record.
have to split it up in like 2 parts.
Yeah,
No, it's good.
probably.
It's all good. We'll just upload that
We'll
bad
have to
boy.
head out in like 10 minutes though
I
to get
want to
ready
know
for
how
work.
long. I really want to know how long this takes to upload.
Oh no, I'll tell you. I will tell you. I can't imagine. It's probably gonna be a ridiculous amount of time. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll just like as much as I don't want to, because I'll tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun here. As much as I don't
Yeah,
want to,
same. I'm
and
having
then
a lot of fun on here.
I'll ask
But
a few more questions
yeah,
and whatnot.
just I'd say just a few more. 'Cause I'm having
Yeah.
a lot of fun on here, but I am
Mhm.
starving.
Yeah, no, I
Oh
know.
yeah, he's got
Fair
to eat,
enough.
man. He's
I know.
freaking.
Fair enough. I'll be quick.
I've never done a podcast before, but this is genuinely one of the funnest
I
experiences I've
told
ever
you,
had
man. I
making a
told you.
video.
The
Good.
first
It's
time
so
is
fun.
the first time is the best time. And I'll tell you what,
Oh yeah.
fucking message me. Feel free to come on whenever you want.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'd be
message
happy
me.
to.
Yeah,
Message me.
you'll
and
have
I'll
to
come
meet the rest of the group too.
Yeah,
You got-
yeah. That'd be a lot of fun as well.
I'd be perfectly happy to come on here
Awesome.
more than once.
That's great. But oh yeah. So I guess you can answer this quickly. Your history of gaming, basically, how did you start gaming? Like, what was your first game and
So,
whatnot?
First game. I don't necessarily know what exactly my first game was, but I played a lot of mobile games
Oh
when I was
hell
younger. I
yeah.
was like Joyride and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I got an Xbox 360. Played Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Ooh,
Uh, yeah, no,
classic.
really, really good game.
Really.
And then Halo Reach. There's a reason why it's one of my favorite games. Minecraft, especially a lot of Minecraft. Super Meat Boy. I remember that. That's good.
That's an
yeah.
interesting one.
And then I got an Xbox One. I got a decent amount of Halo 5. I played a lot of the Master Chief Collection after it was, not broken.
Yeah.
I got into Doom in, I think, probably around 2018 when the Eternal got announced. I started playing it because it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of other games I played, but there was a period of time where I just played like some pretty bad games, like like Evolve and like Battleborn.
That's Evolve was okay. Evolve was kind of fun, but yeah,
I think-
Battleborn, that's a bit
I have Fallout 76 on disc as well.
oh, poor man. I mean, they have updated it quite a bit. It's okay now.
Yeah,
Yeah, the launch was a fucking joke.
yeah. So, and then now we're kind of. Oh, I'm a bit more open to trying older games, different kinds of games. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
ever since I've started YouTube and gone into more of this side of like the gaming community, I've felt a lot more open to playing new stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
That's good.
there's so many games that I would never have thought of playing before, like Streets of Rage, Portal. Even stuff like Wolfenstein and the original Doom games, I would never have thought of playing those horror games. I'd never have played those.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I know. It feels like after a while you just start to like open up. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna try anything. I'm gonna just stop playing my FPS games. I'm gonna move out
Yeah.
to like different types.
Yeah.
Either different types of FPSs or like just different types of games in general.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm genuinely open to playing basically any FPS game. Like it's my favorite genre, but
Yeah, of course.
I really like survival horror games as well as something I've had a massive interest in that
I
Oh,
really
that's
like
good.
Resident
in
Evil
recent
games.
years.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil 4 is such a good game.
I haven't beat RE4. I have it, but the controls, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you
God,
that. The controls
Jesus
are a little rough.
Christ.
They're a little.
I really want to beat it, but I just can't. I just can't do it. The controls. Every single time I go to turn around, I get killed.
It's sort of like you have to like master it. It's like I don't know, like
Yeah.
I guess playing a piano. Like you can't just like sink your brain and start playing it
Yeah,
magically. It's
You
like
can't
have
just
to,
do it.
You have to like work around the difficulties, like the weird controls.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad. I think the game with the worst controls I've ever played was like Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, I've never played any of
Dude,
the old Metal
you
Gear
have
games.
take a guess at which button is to shoot. Like on an Xbox controller, take a guess.
I know, like X or something.
Yep, it was X.
Jesus.
X is to
Ew.
shoot.
That's
It's
terrible.
really
The only
weird.
Metal
Or like
Gear
the
game I've played was the really popular one. It was a new it.
Oh, give me a second. We'll
oh,
come back. This
Ah,
always
come on,
happens.
every single time.
Every time. Okay, you're back. What's up? The new one? What?
I think I've only played one Metal Gear game, and I think it was like one of the more recent ones. I think it was 5.
Yeah, you played the Phantom Pain 5.
Phantom Pain, yeah, that.
And I mean, you have played I gifted you Rising, so you
That's
played
true.
a
I
little
need
bit
to
of that.
finish that. Yeah, I
Um,
did like it.
yeah, but no, yeah, controls really do make or break a game sometimes. Yeah, 4 is a little rough around
yeah.
the edges, but I feel like if you gave it time and mastered like how like just like holding back and pressing A to like do a quick turn, it can really you can start to get the hang of it.
I think one day I'll give it a chance again, but not yet.
Fair enough. Take it, yeah. Take as long
Yeah.
as you need to get to
Oh,
prepare yourself.
I think another game with a really bad control layout is for default controls at least. It's Halo Infinite with mouse and keyboard. Its default controls. My God, it's bad. It's really bad.
I don't really
It,
remember it actually.
I think it's like F to throw a grenade and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. I noticed that. It's really odd.
I had to rebind everything.
Yeah, I know. I had to switch some things like my mouse buttons and whatnot. Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah. Controls make a huge difference. And I was gonna mention, your actually like upbringing like with video games was actually really similar to like I guess like most of us, except no Super Meat Boy or anything like that. But like Halo Reach,
Hmm.
like some of the earlier ones. It's like yeah, I think that was like the general consensus most like young boys played when growing
I
up.
think Halo is something that I've pretty much always played.
Yeah.
Really, like
I don't know. For a
there's
while,
time
I was. Okay, continue. Sorry.
there's times where I've stopped playing it for quite a bit, and then there's other times where I've just got so much more into it. Like now, like I'm enjoying Infinite quite a lot, to be
That's
honest.
good. Yeah, it's great. Um, yeah, because I remember a while, I was the Halo guy in our group. Like
Yeah,
everyone, um, like I remember I tried to get everyone into it. And a bit of a
I've done that.
quick funny story, but we tried to join this Halo tournament, like with prize
Oh,
money.
I remember.
Oh, nice.
And we were hyped for it. We were all practicing. We actually got really good. Like we got pretty fucking good. Um, Problem was it was on the MCC as well, right? And we
Uh,
were all getting hyped. We're all getting ready. And like the day of, it's like we're in the I think it was it Discord we had to use to talk to them. I don't know, but we were in it and we were ready. And they messaged us or they sent us an invite to get ready to for the first I guess game to the elimination, and it was PC only.
oh,
All
that
that
sucks.
all that time and preparation, it was PC only.
That
That
sucks.
fucked me up. But we
Yeah.
were preparing for it for like weeks. It was so terrible, man. Ugh.
Jeez.
All on like the worst part was is my friend. I'll just mention his name, RJ. I know we got two initials in this group, but
Yeah, I know.
friend RJ, like because it was Halo 3 only, because that seems to be the most popular one, and it was Halo 3 only, and he hates that game. He likes all the other Halos, but he hates that game, and he had to fucking struggle through that for so long. It just nope,
I
can't play PC only.
things with Halo, I can't play the same one over and over again. I have to switch between them.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially in the MCC, like I'll get bored of
Yeah.
one of them, and I'll just like, okay, Halo 2, okay, back to C, okay, this and that. But yeah, we had to play Halo 3 basically strictly for like a few weeks. Like, I'm okay, guys.
Oh,
Come on, we gotta just play this. We had to master like the bullet time because it wasn't hit scan. We had to get good with that. Get good with like 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 BR, burst, melee, burst again.
Yeah.
Like 3 shots to the body, 1 shot to the head, all that sort of things. And then, like I said, the day comes like, nope, you can't even participate.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Technically, technically, we did win one game though because one of the guys forfeited. So I'll count that. I won a game in a video game tournament. I'll take that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry to interrupt, but I actually have to head to work now.
you know what?
Oh.
I think again, as much as I'm enjoying this, I think we should probably wrap.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, then I'll stay for the wrap.
So, anyways, yes, thank you everyone for watching / listening. If you've stayed
Yes.
all 3 hours and a half
Three and a
through,
half.
Yeah, this is really long.
really long.
It's a Lord of the Rings type movie.
Yeah.
It really is.
Longer than the new Batman movie.
Oh, yeah.
The last 3 episodes we have are like all of them are like over 2 hours long. This has been
Yeah.
really like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but thank you so much, Beansprout, for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Honestly,
We were
I
happy
really
to have
enjoyed it.
you.
Yeah,
Honestly, I've really enjoyed this, and I'd be happy to come on another time.
Of
That-
course, just
I'd-
let us know.
I'd love that. Yeah, definitely meet all the other guys. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so.
100%. I think so. I hope they won't
Yeah.
hate you.
Oh yeah, maybe. They might
hopefully
be.
not.
I mean, they probably do suck. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah. We're the best ones here, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's I guess even though you're more popular than us, feel free to shout yourself out. You know.
Well, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's just the Beansprout. I make Doom videos. It's always shouting myself out. I find it so
I
difficult.
know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. I
sorry
got
to
you. This
explain.
guy,
Yeah.
this guy right here makes the greatest videos on YouTube.
Revolutionary dude.
Absolutely
Yeah, can confirm.
no other competition anywhere else. Please buy his merch. Link in bio.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, thank you very much, and everyone out there, thank you for listening and watching. Like I said, and we will see you all next week,
In the next-
or just some next time. So,
Nice.
bye bye.
Bye.
Right.